Welcome, everybody, to Sunset City, the Sonic podcast for the modern and classic age. I'm Nick, and with me today we have Suris.
Not gonna lie, regretting a lot of life choices, but some of them led me here, so yeah, I'm still regretting those life choices, actually.
And we'll have Gilly a little bit later. He's running a little late, but you already know who those guys are, so who cares? They're old hat. It's time for something fresh. So today we're introducing the new 5th member that will be replacing Channel Pup on the podcast. Please welcome Wayne.
Hey, what is up, dog?
Oh, me? Not much. Thanks for asking, Wallace.
All right, so
That was the 5th member? That was just gay sex.
we are short on Gilly and Suris for today's episode because they both got Wayne. What was it we agreed on?
Hemorrhoids.
Yeah, they got hemorrhoids. But they will recover. We also have hemorrhoids, so we fully empathize. We just don't have it to quite the same disastrous capacity as those two do. So how are we today, boys?
Just rolled out of bed, but I'm good.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us on Sunset City today. We're going to be off now, so I declare this episode of Sunset City over. Yeah.
That was
Jesus
quick.
Christ. That was a real quick one.
Yep.
That was
a good episode, boys.
yeah, good episode, lads.
Yeah. That was worth getting up in the morning.
Nailed it.
Hell yeah.
I wish I was playing Final Fantasy 16 right now.
Is it any good?
Okay, so I haven't had a lot of time to mess with it because most of the time that I've been back home, I've been mostly working or taking care of other things. The bits I have played of it have been really good. I have some thoughts on it. It's definitely, you got to go into it with the mentality of it is an action game first and foremost, and literally anything else you attribute to Final Fantasy after that comes secondary.
Some modern Final Fantasy then.
Yeah, which again, I have mixed feelings on. It's a growing franchise. It's always just new entries have always kind of done their own thing, and they've always innovated in certain ways. It's not the first Final Fantasy game to rely entirely on like real-time action.
No, not by any stretch.
I think the only thing that gets me is like, this is going to sound like a weird complaint, but it's like moving from missions to missions is like just picking there's like an overworld map and you just pick like the icons for different areas instead of like actually traveling between them. And I'm just like, on the one hand, I'm fucking sick of giant open world games where I have to like just move around everywhere all the time, but it does kind of lose a little bit of that adventure feel. And maybe we can do like an actual podcast about this at some point where we just talk about that game. But outside of that,
I need to play it first. But yeah,
it is fun as hell. It's just I understand why there's been a lot of discussion around it lately. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be completely fair to those games, like I think you're either in it or not for this stuff. I mean, Square Enix at the very least still gives you plenty of traditional JRPG options, which I am thankful for. But outside, I mean, like Final Fantasy's been doing this for a while, and I said it in my own video a long time ago about God, what is it called? I am old. The remake, Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh yeah.
It's like they've always been pushing for like this cinematic style ever since those games really started kicking off on the PlayStation 1. So it doesn't surprise me they're moving towards actually making those cutscenes a playable thing.
Man, I would argue that they were trying to do that in 6, and you know they
for sure
could with the format. Yeah.
For sure, there's always been a cinematic angle to those games. So
Oh no, definitely.
That doesn't really surprise me.
I agree.
Oh my
damn,
God.
my brethren.
You know what I think you would like, Pup? I think you'd like Dragon Quest.
Oh, I already play it, mate.
Oh, you play Dragon Quest?
Oh yeah, I've
So
completed
of course he doesn't. Of course he
10
fucking
times.
doesn't.
I've
What are
completed
you
10
doing?
times, man.
That sounds like a lie.
I like the part where they went on the quest with the dragons. It was awesome. I felt
Sounds
that.
like a
There's literally
Sounds like a
over
filthy
10
fucking
Dragon
lie.
Quest games.
Yeah, well, I like that bit. You know, that's my favorite bit. You know, the whole game is my favorite bit. You know.
There you go. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that came out the same weekend as another game that we're gonna have to be talking about a bit today. And all that happened while we were at TMG. And we don't have this on the piss, but we do probably have to talk about it a little bit. Pup, I know you live streamed it, but
I did.
they did a Sonic Central.
Yeah, they did. I remember you were all like, "We got to have a show for this." I was like, "No, I quit. I'm not in show." And now here I am. But
Wayne Suris and I were in a diner when that dropped, and yeah, that sure was a thing that happened.
It sure could have been an email.
I mean, yeah, like it didn't really tell us anything we didn't already know.
It was really funny though, because when the Lego section popped up, because Nick and I were both wearing like earbuds when we were listening to that, and then Mike Pollock started rapping, and we both just took the earbuds out and put them on the table.
When he started rapping, I was like, "Oh God, what's this?" I was like, "That's actually kind of cute, though." You know, that's kind of
I'm gonna
precious.
say this as someone who's grown up with awkward dork rap since the '90s. I mean, this is shit they've been doing since the early '90s. I'm done. I'm done with it. It's time to let that go. White people, stop it. Stop it.
White people, stop.
It's all because it's always the white people.
I like it.
Okay.
I like us white people. I think we're the best.
Wiki Wild Wild West. Oh, we got off the rails so hard, so fast. I swear to God.
That's fine. That's literally a joke I go back to. It's fine.
Okay, well, one exciting thing about the Sonic Central is you remember there was yes.
I got green waffles.
Okay. There was an episode called No Sonic Symphony for Pup, because you'll probably remember I had quite an ordeal attempting to get tickets for the Sonic Symphony, but at the Sonic Central, they announced a second showing in London, and I was like, okay, alright. And it's funny because I was quite vocal on Twitter about wanting to go and couldn't go. I had so many people in my DMs telling me, yeah, there's another showing, keep an eye out, I can send you a message at 10 a.m. if you like, and everything. Real sweet people. Thank you to everyone who, you know, was having my back and all that. But the good news is, I got tickets. So hell yeah, I'm going to the Sonic Symphony. I ain't kidding, it's gonna be good.
Yes, Sonic Symphony, just a week away.
It's not a week. What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
What
Don't
is
worry
this?
about it.
What's this bit?
It's a reference to something.
Is it
don't
South
worry about
Park?
Suris would get it.
Well, you know
Suris
that
is
you
dead.
know that he's the only one that would get it in that case.
It's time to let go. It's time to let go.
Yeah, it's time to let go, Wayne. The accident wasn't your fault. The hemorrhoids were not your fault. You might have broke his anus, but the hemorrhoids are not your fault.
No, Suris, they put hemorrhoids in them.
What's wrong with this?
McSuris, now with hemorrhoids. Can I get a big Suris burger with extra hemorrhoids, please?
What's wrong with this?
We should not be allowed to have a podcast.
No. No, we should not. We really shouldn't.
Okay. All right.
So,
what do you want to talk about?
Real quick, let's try and figure out if I can remember correctly. Pup, I'm going to need your help with this. What exactly was announced during Sonic? I hope it's called Sonic Symphony. So yeah, we had more Sonic Symphony news.
They announced a whole lot of Sonic-related stuff, which was quite a surprise to me. Let's see.
If I remember correctly, like we finally got the what's it called? That Death Egg robot toy, but I've heard
we
from
got
a
a
friend
look at it.
that those are already on sale at Ross.
Oh, I need
Or they
one.
might have accidentally been on sale.
I need one. It's probably going to be a few months before it hits the UK. I mean, like, Infinite isn't here yet. Still.
No, we don't have Infinite here yet.
Waiting
I mean,
on
maybe
him.
some stores do.
Will be
But I
Infinite.
do have a store literally on my doorstep from my new home that sells Sonic toys. So you
hell yeah.
you can bet I'm gonna, dude. I got a fucking Five Guys on my doorstep. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine living so close to Five Guys burgers and fries. Hell yeah, jackpot! Oh hell yeah, this shit ain't kidding.
Is Five Guys considered expensive over there too?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty pricey over
Well, a
here.
little life hack
I will
is,
say though,
a cheeseburger for a slice of cheese in there. It. Oh my god. It.
oh Jesus, fuck.
We'll get to it.
Ooh.
We'll get to it. A
We will.
cheeseburger.
So we'll be reading super chats at the end of the show.
You know how it is. A cheeseburger here, like compared to a regular burger, is like the whole fucking $2 extra or some shit. I don't know. And it's just like, without being that weird little guy that brings his own ingredients to the restaurant, you're better off bringing like a pack of cheese singles, because a pack of cheese singles is like 20p, I think.
Can you get away with that? Just bringing food into the restaurant like that?
I mean, have it in your back pocket. It's a packet of cheese singles. It doesn't take up space, does it? You know.
it's gonna melt in your pocket.
But again, it's on my
But
doorstep.
not in your hands.
It's on my
But not in
doorstep.
your hands. Well, maybe not for you. I guess I'm just hotter.
What is this conversation?
Yeah. But yeah, okay. I guess a little bit of context for people. I live in a new town now. I've had a big move, and now I can do this show without turning my back into a pretzel. I've got a desk now, which is awesome. So yeah, that's a big part of the reason why I'm here. But yeah, cool shit going on. Cool fucking shit. I like Sonic. I like Sonic toys. I like the blue hedgehog, man. I got one of those Death Egg robot toys because they were on discount at the toy store, and that's an awesome toy, by the way. Like, I think nowadays, like, kids' toys kind of suck. They're kind of like McDonald's toys, but Jack Specific are picking up a lot of the slack. I'm just like looking at this fucking Death Egg robot, like, his hands spring out, his fucking feet and shit fall off. You can catapult a little Sonic into him. It's like, that's cool. That's good shit. That's a good toy. You know, if I were a kid, I would be playing with an iPhone and, like, you know, not playing with the toy, but still, that's fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah, man. You really have put it into words. There you go, buddy.
You know how it is.
You ain't kidding.
I do like the Death Egg robot toy. I'm not super keen on some of their playset stuff though, because like the Death Egg robot looks like we only get half of the Death Egg, and then the rest is Sonic running around in there. It's a playset, you know. It's supposed to be a background.
You could get like some hanger hooks, and like put the Death Egg against the wall, and it's like you got a little Death Egg in your wall. But I like the fact that they're actually giving the Sonic 4 final boss a little representation, because
Which was interesting to see. Yeah.
Sonic 4 Sonic 4 might suck absolute donkey dick, but the final boss was actually really cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the final boss of that game quite a bit. I'm going to track that down when I can.
It's badass over it.
Oh my god.
I mean, that wasn't the only thing shown off at the Sonic showcase. We did.
No, it was literally
finally...
just a Death Egg, mate. They threw like a half-hour live stream to show us off a Death Egg toy, and it was awesome. All right, that's the good ending. No, they showed us. Well, they had a little trailer for Sonic Origins Plus just because it was out, so they had like a little launch trailer deal. They had a little preview of the Update 2, which was like out now, but then it took like a whole 8 hours to materialize. They had a little bit on Sonic Superstars, just a little bit. And then they had something else. I can't quite remember. There was a lot of the Lego stuff. Also
There's so much Lego.
A little commercial for the Lego and Sonic Superstars tie-in. So that's kind of cool.
Which I was the thing I was happiest to see was that it was like the stop motion style animation and not just like because I think that that'll always look better than I guess what we got accustomed to in the Lego games, where it's It's just normal ass animation, just with Lego models.
Yeah, I agree
point,
with that.
like,
I much
why?
prefer when they move like little Lego men as opposed to like the sort of rubbery look that they do in a lot of like Lego material.
But do we know that's in the game? I just saw that as like a promotional, just
It said that there was like a little crossover thingy, and also
there's a crossover.
It's confirmed that there is a Lego Eggman skin available for pre-orders of the game.
What does that mean? What does it mean, though?
Yeah, that's what I want to get at here. Like,
I think
we
it's
don't
just
know what
gonna
any
be
of that is.
It's gonna be
I'm
Lego
just saying, like,
cosmetics,
none of
right?
that.
Like,
Yeah, but we're not confirming that they're doing that little, that animation style.
I don't think they will. I think that was strictly for the trailer, but
I mean, that'd be cute. I'd be into that.
it'd be nice, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
No.
I just like if you did like a full, like, again, if it had that same exact like animation style and everything, just like as a skin over the game, I'd be really happy.
It'd be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of Lego for this. There was a whole lot of Lego for this.
Some of us like Lego because we still have souls.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, some of us are Danish. Lego is
doesn't-
Danish, right?
What?
That was like the central point of.
Is Lego
that-
Danish?
Nothing.
Maybe?
I think it's Danish. Let me look up.
Wait.
Is Lego Danish? Lego, no, it originated in Billund, Denmark. So yeah, it's Danish.
All right. Well, shit. Okay.
I got a friend who lives in Denmark. He's great. He's a bit of a pervert, but he's great.
Oh no. All right. That's cool, man.
Excellent artist as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just a very dirty man. Very dirty, dirty guy.
Jesus Christ.
He is like the quagmire of our friend group. Anyway, I like Sonic.
I see Pop hanging out with his new perverted friends.
I mean, I'm hanging out with
Cool
other
perv
perverted
friends.
friends right now, am I not, you dirty bastards? You want to
mean,
fuck a
fair
chipmunk, and Wallace, you have everything you've ever fantasized about fucking all over your bedroom.
I have. What are you even talking about?
I like that shirt that you
This
wear
is why
whenever.
we can't monetize this show.
I like that shirt you wear whenever we hang out, which has that cute anime chick drinking a soda on it.
The Valhalla shirt I have with
Yeah.
the main character smoking a cigarette.
It's not a cigarette, it's a straw. She's sipping a soda.
Okay, man.
She a baddie, sipping a soda. She a
People,
thirsty
people
girl.
are actually, people are actually gonna think I just have like those really terrible. Like,
Look, I'm just saying, there's
adult room
nothing.
at this point.
There is nothing sexier than a chick that stays hydrated. You know, like.
Swear to God. I'm gonna make up things about you, Pope.
I love it when you
Right
just give them a
on the
cup of
internet.
water and they just know what to do next. You know, they just drink it. It's brilliant.
Anyway,
moving on.
Sonic Frontiers. Frontiers got an update.
Yeah, Pop. I think you're the only one here that's played it so far. How you feeling about
Well,
it?
what do you know, huh? Well, I love it. Yeah, I think it's fantastic, but I don't know where to start. You know, I don't even know where to begin with this thing, because there's a lot. There's a lot here. You've got like the birthday stuff, which would be just an acceptable DLC. You know, you get like a little bit of island cosmetic tweaks, so it can almost look like the game actually has art direction. I will say this, it messes with the literacy of a Sonic level, having the springs no longer look like springs, and having the fucking rails look like candy canes, and the interactive balloons now looking like Knuckles' head. Like, it really messes with stage literacy. It took me a long time to get used to the fact that it's like, okay, a spring is now a cupcake. But once you get used to that, it's kind of fun, it's kind of cute, but the funniest shit is I played a little bit of New Game Plus with it, and the default music track is like this little collection of... It's like a birthday mix by Tomeo Iwatani. He's like put together some songs. You've got some stuff from Sonic Advance, you've got some stuff from Sonic Runners even like Sonic Freeriders music makes it in there. But there are some cutscenes in Sonic Frontiers where they just play the music that's playing in the open zones. That's like, you know, just something they sometimes do if the cutscene's not particularly notable. So Sonic gets pelted across the sky by Giganto while he's wearing his little birthday sunnies and stuff like that, smacks into the thing, falls down, and then when he gets up, panting, saying, "Oh, I gotta find another way to defeat him." You've got the opening level music from Sonic Advance just playing in the background while Sonic is wearing these goofy sunglasses and a party hat. It's ridiculous.
Video games, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Like a while back, I did a full live stream of the entire game. I want to do a live stream of the entire game in birthday mode now, just because of how silly it looks. I
want to play through the game in New Game Plus now.
You're exploring these massive graveyard islands, and everyone is wearing party hats. It's hilarious. Although I'll say this, the UI is fuck ugly. The UI is terrible, and you can't switch it off. So if you got birthday mode on, yeah, like that purple and pink and blue border that's around the screen, you can't switch that off. Which is a shame, I guess, but you do get used to it, like everything else in birthday mode. What else have we got? Well, the more notable stuff is like the new skills and moves and stuff like that. Sonic is now a much more momentum-y Sonic. I've seen a lot of kind of argument that it's not a real momentum Sonic, but as far as my play experience goes, it's not classic Sonic, but I'd call it a momentum Sonic. Like, you can reduce the deacceleration, which is a great thing, because I found the fact that you could just stop on a dime, no matter how much speed you're running with, was very Sonic 4, you know? Like, stop holding forward, he's on a dime. You can switch that off now. You can make it so he's got a little bit of trailing, and then you have to manually stop him yourself. Great. Great. That is what I wanted. Perfect. You can make it so that your jump now holds your momentum. It no longer deaccelerates you. Fantastic. That alone has such an impact on the gameplay. Such an impact on cyberspace. Great stuff. What else, though, did they add? Oh, yeah. The fucking spin dash. Holy shit. The spin dash. They didn't just add the spin dash, they added like 10 different ways you can spin dash in this game as well. One of which completely renders the drop dash pretty much redundant, but you can use it as like, you can do the conventional spin dash where you kind of get what you get, you know, you rev it up, you go and then shoosh. You can, you can do it on the go, like kind of a Sonic Adventure style spin dash. You can maintain the spin dash like a Sonic Lost World kind of spin dash. Really, at this point, just fuck it, play the game your way, you know? But one of the coolest things about this shit is that you can drift using the spin dash. If you just slide into it, you can then use the spin dash to change your bloody trajectory, which is great in cyberspace because turning's a piece of shit in cyberspace. But yeah, like, okay, so cyberspace. What's interesting is a lot of these movement control changes, it will have a little bracket next to them saying, applies to cyberspace as well. But it makes me wonder, why can't just all of it apply to cyberspace? You know? The turning, especially. Because the turning in cyberspace is a piece of shit. But at least I have my pseudo drift now, you know? Like, cyberspace is fun now. Like, I put up a little post on Twitter saying, I might sound like a fucking jackass for saying this, but I think where we're at with cyberspace, having momentum jumping, having the spin dash, I think it might even be more fun than the Sonic Generations modern stages. Like, legitimately, I think we're there. We're at the point where I could safely say that this is the best a 3D Sonic has ever played. At least neck and neck with Adventure 1, I would say. Yeah, I'm thrilled to bits with it.
I was going to say, if I can play Frontiers kind of like I would Adventure 1, I'll be happy.
Yeah, and I've seen people say, like, you can kind of use the spin dash to break the game. I'll say this, you could probably afford to depower it just a little bit. It's a little overpowered. I don't mind the fact, though, that if I use my brains, I can figure out what things can be used as ramps, and then spin dash over to another island without having to do the platforming stuff. Because the classic games were like that, you know? You could find routes where you could just use your momentum to get to a faraway passage as opposed to taking the more safe route, you know? Like, that's an intrinsically Sonic thing, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, very, very, very happy with the new movement tweaks. And the funny thing is, I didn't mind them. I didn't mind the movement in the base game, but this is just like, shit, they listened. They gave me what I wanted. The only thing that I'm still not fond of is that you can still walk around fucking loops and shit. In fact, he's got this new move where if you press the spin dash button without revving it or without even holding forward on the D-pad or whatever analog stick, he'll crawl into this fetal position and just roll. And he'll roll so slowly unless you get to a hill, in which case he really speeds up. But you can slowly roll up a vertical incline and around a loop-de-loop, and it's so fucking stupid. That's the one thing I want them to fix now. If they can fix that, then I'm gonna come. You know, like that's it. They did
Amazing.
it.
Well, all right.
All I need from this game now, it's something that Sam Procrastinates was saying as well.
Aftercare.
He was saying that all it really needs is a good finale at this point. And I kind of agree, but to an even more exaggerated extent is like, you know, this could be one of the best 3D Sonic games. I'm like, this could be the best fucking Sonic game ever if they get a good finale in this. And not only are we getting a revamped finale, fingers crossed they pull that off, we're getting additional playable characters. This game is gonna be a top tier experience. If you can't tell, very happy with this. Very happy. And then one more little thing. I'm not going to go into all the fucking stuff because it's just going to become a laundry list. The new Coco stuff sounded like the least exciting thing ever, but it's not. They've put new platforming areas in every Starfall Island to reach these new Coco, and these platforming areas are harder. They've got a lot more stake to them than the ones in the base game because they're not plot dependent, and you can just use that to unlock more boost, or you can use it to unlock a crown for Sonic to wear as a cosmetic. But the new Coco, some really cool designs going on. One of them wields Excalibur from Sonic and the Black Knight. And I'm just like, in a post-Generations world, I feel like we've already done the whole bring back old levels. We've already done the whole bring classic Sonic back and do a crossover. The right way to celebrate a birthday now is just stick everybody in their birthday suits and put stupid granular references to obscure Sonic games. And then, yeah.
In their what?
Birthday suits. In their...
All right.
Oh, wait, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic are already in their birthday suits, so that just leaves Amy, you know? Like, you know.
No.
If it's
Last
his
bit
birthday.
of woman liberation.
If
Last
it's...
bit of woman liberation.
Yeah, free the nipple, yo.
It is weird how, like, the old days, like, Sally, like, just, you know, just like a vest and that's it, and nobody really cares. Amy's just not allowed to just be a hedgehog.
Because people weren't fucking cowards back then, you know? Like...
Well, so I think it's just the difference in how the characters were designed. I'm probably taking this too seriously. Was Sally and like the rest of the Sat AM gang, was that done by like American artists?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
there are strict rules for women and not. They have to be covered up.
Yeah.
Those are rules. So
This is ridiculous.
those are
kind of world
those
are we
well-known
in?
rules.
Kind of world are we in where women have to cover up and men can just wear what it... Oh, I probably shouldn't... Nope. Taking into account other cultures. Let's be quiet.
Where to
Oh my
fucking
God.
God. I swear to God. There's a million different places where we could go where we could just like go off into a completely different conversation than the one we're in right now.
No, let's talk about global politics.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately I haven't gotten a chance to mess with the Frontiers DLC myself. Again, the limited amount of time I've been home, it's mostly just been Final Fantasy, and then today I'm mostly going to be working on like Patreon stuff. But I do want to mess around with it. But I'm also almost at the mindset now where it's just kind of like I want to play the game once it's done.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. I mean, I know
start like a
I
new
definitely
game
have to-
plus after it's all out, and then you're gonna be playing like the definitive Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers Ultimate, if you will.
Game of the Year edition.
Game of the Year edition comes with a free classic Sonic NFT.
Sonic Frontiers, we finally did it edition. Here for it. I'm here for it. No, I'm genuinely excited to check this stuff out. Just what I've been seeing online in terms of like the spin dash, and again, this is just going by videos I've seen. It does look like it does break the game, and it wasn't really designed with this in mind, which is fine. Like that's totally fine. But I hope that does help give them better ideas of how to interact with a more open world the next go around.
I can
because
kind of offer a little
I would
bit.
safely assume that they're going to keep doing open world stuff.
I can
going
offer a
forward.
little perspective on the spin dash as far as breaking the main game goes.
You just gave us your perspective.
No, bitch. It can be absolutely used to cheese certain parts, but it also takes a certain degree of skill, if you get me. Like, it kind of creates a new challenge. Like, the thing is, when I first unlocked the fucking thing, I was like, I'm just gonna dash everywhere, and then you realize quickly, oh, that ain't a good idea. That's a really, really bad idea. You know? You gotta use it responsibly, you know? It's like receiving new powers, you know? You sometimes don't realize until your uncle's dead that there's a time and a place.
Okay. Alright.
I like Sonic. That's good. The fucking Sonic Frontiers is top tier. This game is fucking amazing. I'm so happy. Fucking bring on update 3, man. Fucking ready for it.
I will say, and I did say this, well, obviously it wasn't last week, but I did say this at one point. I am kind of thankful that I've played through all of Tears of the Kingdom. Because yes, I know it's a completely different game, but it does give me a little bit more perspective on some things Frontiers was doing that was initially more critique from me. But now that I'm actually sitting down with Zelda, I was like, you know, they're doing some of the same bullshit, and I'm not a fan of it. So I'm actually kind of I'm genuinely excited to go back to Frontiers and play a little bit around with it a bit more, because I do think it's going to be refreshing in terms of how quickly you can move around big giant worlds, especially with new ways to do it. What confuses me, and I don't know if they've ever talked about it online ever, they still have. I've never had a proper explanation why the physics are different from cyberspace to open world. Because even with the sliders, it is a completely different experience.
It's hard to bloody say, to be honest.
It can honestly be different, like from like level to level in cyberspace. Like sometimes those different cyberspace levels just do not play like each other.
I don't think it's I don't think it's so much the physics as such. I think that's all the same. It's hard to really tell because there's just a lot of things that are different, but then there's a lot of things that do carry over. Like the majority of the new sliders and stuff do apply to cyberspace and control basically the same there as they do in the open zone. So it is really difficult to actually pinpoint what's going on there. But one thing I surmised is turning is not a thing in cyberspace, and neither is, I don't know, the gradual speed build-up, I guess, is not a thing. Yeah, it's really hard to say what the hell is actually going on with cyberspace. But there is more crossover with the main gameplay style now than there was back then. It's not perfect, and like it's one of those things where I don't understand why they don't let you bring your turning abilities to cyberspace, because there are mods that just put the same physics engine in there. Again, I don't know if I'm using the right word when I say physics engine, but there are mods that allow you to have the same gameplay styles in open zone, and it works. So I don't get why you can't turn in cyberspace. Maybe that's for update 3, who knows?
I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, that was a definite intentional choice. It does feel like there were two separate teams working open zone versus the cyberspace. But, I mean, there's a clear disconnect there. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's never made any sense to me.
You got the
I just want to know if there's any...
fuck up dumbass, you know?
I just don't know why they... I don't know if they've ever actually explained why they went with that decision. That's my question. Like, I would like an actual explanation from someone at Sonic Team saying, hey, this is why we did it. Because it's an intentional choice. There's no way it's not.
You think it might be, because that's another thing, is he does have a slightly different animation set when in cyberspace as well, because his idle animations are completely different. It's hard to say. It's the same overall player controller.
I'm sure it's because like since it's made to be replayed and worked down on times and stuff like that. Like I can figure out reasons why, but I would like an official statement from somebody explaining why they went the way they did there.
The thing is,
I've never thought the sliders were a good idea.
If they knocked out the turning in cyberspace to make it more challenging, that is an artificial way of making it more challenging.
I don't know.
I like the sliders,
I have no
idea. I don't mind the philosophy of fuck it, do it yourself. You know, I kind of like to know.
I do with platformers.
Wait, how do you? Oh, what do you? As in, you're okay with the sliders, or you're not cool with the sliders?
No, I'm not. I'm not cool with them. I don't like them. I think, like I've said 1,000 times, I think most of the level design is on rails above the actual map. I don't think they've improved any of that stuff from what I'm seeing. But, I mean, again, it's still a fun game. Just, I would like to see them actually incorporate that a little bit better with the next game. Because, like I said, I don't think any of this stuff's really going to affect too much of what's already there. And I don't really, at this point, I don't think it should, because people do love the base game. But that's always going to be a bit of a sticking point for me, like the inconsistent physics and just like there's like tight level design in just in terms of cyberspace, but I mean they're grabbing that from other games. I don't know, it's it's still a little bit of a mixed bag with all that stuff. I'd like a little bit more consistency.
The Rare Coco platforming challenges are a bit interesting because definitely not Rayleigh, I guess, as the main story. Like, there's one which is just near the chemical plant cyberspace gate in Kronos Island, where it's basically, you've just got this series of ramps, but with no, like, dash pads or ramps or anything, and you basically just have to launch yourself off of them, and I was like, this is the kind of platform I'd like more of, you know? Like,
yeah,
more where there's no assistance from dash pads or rails or anything, it's just, you got a ramp, launch yourself off of it. I'm like, that's what Sonic's all about, you know? More of that stuff. So I think there might be some demonstration of, like, there's a bit more of an understanding of, like, the trial and error sort of platforming that's kind of synonymous with Sonic, so maybe we can expect more of that in the next game and less of the Rayleigh stuff. I don't know, but as it is, I really like the new Coco challenges. There's some really inventive, out-of-the-box stuff there.
That sounds like they're going in a fun direction with all these updates. It seems like everybody's been enjoying what they've been bringing to the table with each one, so I ain't complaining too much. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I can't really engage too much more in this particular topic just because, again, I've not played it, so I don't really want to speak too far out of turn here.
Well, that's convenient because we don't want you to speak.
That's fair. I mean, I've not been talking a whole lot so far, so
yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part is, like, I guess because we were away when all this dropped, it's hard to really have a whole lot of input, specifically on like, those updates.
Have you boys played any of Sonic Origins Plus?
Well, yeah, I've been playing plenty of that.
Oh, yeah. I've been playing a bit of Amy throughout the games.
Something I didn't realize until I was going back through footage of mine, though. I've been calling that secondary thing Hyper Amy. I was looking back at footage, and I don't know how I missed this. I don't think they actually ever call her a Hyper Amy.
They don't call her Hyper Amy or Super Amy.
No, they call her Super Amy.
Do they? Because when I got all the emeralds, it just said
I literally
Amy got all
just
the emeralds.
unlocked.
But
I literally just unlocked Hyper Amy, and it just says Super Amy.
Interesting,
So
because
after getting the Super Emeralds, she is not called Hyper Amy.
So I'm gonna get in the comments so quickly. Pup helped me put together a video, and I mean, there's a secondary transformation thing, but that is, yeah, I'm gonna get it from people just saying, like, that's not actually Hyper Amy, unless they do like an update where they do call her Hyper Amy.
it's odd.
So that's interesting. That's interesting.
When you get all of the original Chaos Emeralds, it just says Amy got all the emeralds, and it just leaves it at that. Whereas when you get all the Super Emeralds, it says Amy can now go Super. So,
yep.
I think Super Amy isn't even a thing until you get all the Super Emeralds, maybe. Which
But
means
she does have a transformation.
Which means her first one is just coked up Amy.
Yeah, it's, I mean, they say in the trailer, it says super powered Amy. But then that would also mean that we still do have a matter of women's suffrage, because Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles can all go hyper officially. And Amy,
she's already kind of hyper to begin with.
She's the most powerful of the hyper forms. Like,
I disagree thoroughly with that, Pup.
Those fucking hammers are fucking amazing.
You have to actually, like, hold the button down as opposed to just having automatic birds go off and kill shit for you, or, you know, a screen clearing secondary jump.
The thing with that, though, is that the hammers, there's just more of them than there is the Flicky Army of Death. I could give you Sonic, I guess, but there's way more of the hammers, you know? Also,
yeah, but you don't have to do anything.
But you do very little, but you get more out of it than doing nothing and getting a little out of it, if you get me.
I just disagree, I guess.
Well, I think you're just a big toilet.
You got him.
I
Yeah,
like the
but
hammer good shit.
but I guess I kind of want to hear your guys' initial thoughts in terms of how you feel about Origins Plus. Do you think they finally fixed the game?
Nope.
No.
I
I
was
think-
replaying Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I forgot, like, goddamn, it's still so jarring how shit the replacement music actually is.
I mean, yeah, the replacement music's still a problem there.
Not to mention the games look fuzzy and kind of blurry. It's like the Game Gear versions for like some of these, instead of getting like the Mega or the Master System versions for some, it's just like this still feels like a cut beneath what it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue in terms of the music. That is still a problem.
The thing with
General
that is-
gameplay, though, I do think I've been noticing it's been better for me.
It's been improved for
In terms of general
definite, because
gameplay.
I remember
Yeah.
on that mini boss in Carnival Night Zone, pretty much any time you'd hit it, the color palette changes, and then the little green blocks go white for some reason. That's no longer an issue. The physics have been improved a lot as well, so you can make jumps in Hydro City and Marble Garden that you couldn't before. And in Sonic 2, remember in Metropolis Zone, there's that one spring that you have to go on, but it would always send you careening into spikes. No longer does that, so there have been a lot of fixes. It does make me think, though, it's been a year and you still haven't fixed everything, though. You know,
I'm admittedly looking at this from a very simplistic point of view of the mission statement of the game is to create the definitive way to experience these games in the modern age, and it fails in that regard. And so, no, I think this game is still a failure.
I guess
That's fair.
I'm a little more charitable towards Origins Plus these days, but they're definitely not more charitable towards me, because we need to talk about the fucking Digital Deluxe thing. Do you guys know about this?
I mean, go ahead.
Sega fucking robbed me. They took fucking $5 out of my fucking pocket, is what they did. And they gave me nothing. They fucking robbed me. Let me explain it. If you bought the Digital Deluxe, for starters, you bought the Digital Deluxe, you fucking wanker. Because that was always shit. I remember saying when Sonic Origins came out, I said, I regret buying the Digital Deluxe because this stuff fucking sucks. You know, like, nothing here is worth any money. They've just sliced a piece of my ham off and charged me extra for it when they could have just sold me the whole ham. And then, when I install the Plus part, I get a message come up on Steam, and it says that you've already got some of this DLC. You've got the stuff that came in the Digital Deluxe. You will still be charged for that, even though it comes in the Plus. You know, there's no kind of refund if you bought that, or no kind of discount. And you won't get a second copy of it. I mean, why would you want a second copy of the Digital Deluxe shit anyway? But, like, the fact is, all that Digital Deluxe stuff is included in Plus. So if you bought the base copy and then bought Plus, well, that's a plus, isn't it? But if you bought the Digital Digital Deluxe and then you bought Plus, you've been fucking robbed, is what's happened.
Well, you haven't been robbed, because did the message come up before or after you made the purchase?
Well, I mean, it came before, but like,
and so you saw the terms of the purchase and you agreed to it.
I had no option to get the Plus stuff without.
Right, but it's not robbing if you know the conditions upon which the transaction is taking place.
Oh, look at me, I'm Wayne, and I like buying a Digital Deluxe and then having to buy it again.
I don't like it. I'm just saying, use your terms correctly.
Yeah, I'm not, and I'm sorry to push against your pup as terms of normalization. Like, this is basically the Game of the Year version, and generally Game of the Year versions come with everything that was available
The thing is,
before.
the Plus part is referred to as a DLC, though, you know? I understand that this is not a foreign thing, but it still sucks.
So was Catwoman in Arkham City before it was included in the Game of the Year edition.
No, but you're buying a whole new game when you buy the Game of the Year edition, if you get me. You know, it's a second disc, it's a second download or whatever. You know, there is no Game of the Year edition DLC that includes everything at a reduced price, you know? I mean, it's not unheard of. I'm not saying it is, but it sucks. It absolutely sucks The digital
it
deluxe
sucks.
shit.
It's just,
There should be an option for a bundle plus and digital deluxe, I guess. But there should be
I
an
think
option.
that might have overcomplicated things. I mean, in terms of like, I mean, just going from Sega's perspective here, the digital deluxe shouldn't have been a thing to begin with.
It's a
That
fucking
was
punishment to
bullshit.
those that did buy the digital deluxe, is that we could have just gotten all this shit with plus in the end. You know, it feels like a weird way of, you know, it's
Well,
like
it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because I mean, if it just works better with everything kind of merged together, like that's still giving something to people who've never purchased it before. And like, I'd rather they get those perks because it shouldn't have been a charge to begin with. That's kind of where I'm
I
standing.
mean,
on
yeah, I personally am of the belief as well that none of this plus stuff should have cost anything, and the digital deluxe stuff certainly should not have cost anything extra. Because I mean, fucking look at the substantial difference between the Sonic Frontiers updates, which are free, versus Origins Plus and Origins Digital Deluxe, which are not free. With fucking Sonic Frontiers DLC, you basically get a whole new fucking game, you know, and it's free. Whereas with the Origins Plus stuff, it's admittedly, so moving aside from my qualms about the prices and stuff like that, I think Origins Plus is it's a shame how much potential is still just kind of left on the floor. But I think it at least has a case to make to say, this is a version of these games that's actually worth buying, purely if just for being able to play as Amy Rose in these games at an official capacity, or being able to play as Knuckles in Sonic CD. That's new stuff, you know, that's stuff of substance, you know, more so than we widened up the screen, you know, like, you know, I think Origins has a case to make now, you know. It's not perfect, it's not anywhere near what it could be, but I don't, like, hate it. I'd probably still play this now before I would play other versions of the classic releases, simply because I like playing as Amy, I like playing as Knuckles in CD, which is actually, he's the perfect character for Sonic CD, like...
Yep, been shouting from that mountaintop for years, and I'm glad it's finally official. It feels good. It feels real good. I love it. I've not gotten far in it though. In terms of Knuckles, I've only done the first zone, but I was talking to some folks during TMG, and I think they do some different stuff for him in this campaign, which I'm interested to actually sit down with. Because I fully intend to get a proper Origins Plus video out, like after thoroughly playing through these games a bit better than I have before. But so far, I've been enjoying the hell out of his gameplay specifically there.
I've seen someone called Who Changed My Name has brought up an interesting point, and I don't know how true it is or not, but if you were to buy Origins Plus physical pre-owned, would you not be able to use the code for the Plus content?
No, you can't.
No.
Absolutely not.
That's
So you're just getting the base game.
so. I don't know how this works with games like Spyro Reignited Trilogy or whatever, but if I were to pick that up pre-owned, I guess I wouldn't get Spyro 2 and 3.
Well, no, because
no, that's
you saw
different.
like the game knows to download the rest of the stuff.
Right, so
when
once
you
the
put it
disc
on.
is in, basically.
Now-
I
Now
don't
it
know if-
depends on the collection. So like Resident Evil Origins, so it'd be like Resident Evil 0 and the remake of Resident Evil 1 for the Switch. That's Resident Evil 0 on the cartridge, and then it's a download code for the first one. So for that one, you're just paying for 0. It depends completely on which package it is. It doesn't
So
work the same
Is
way
it
across all.
basically like if it's a code, then it works the once, and if it's not a code and it just downloads it automatically, then it's different?
Correct.
Yes.
And Origins
Welcome
Plus
to
has
modern games.
and Origins Plus has a code, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't got the physical edition, so I can't know, but
Yeah, I think it's got a code, or is it just the?
It's a
Switch
code.
version?
So I double checked when I bought the game, because I did buy that first thing at TMG. So when you buy the game and you just put it in, it's just Sonic Origins. It's not Plus until you actually use the DLC that's included in the physical pack.
and you gotta download it via a code, then, right?
Yeah.
And it can't be redeemed twice.
No.
That's shit, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm again like. This is the problem I have with this kind of crap getting normalized the way it has been in terms of modern game design. I think it's a little bit more apparent when you're putting it on a bunch of games that have been around since the 90s.
This is something I said in my Sonic Origins Plus review as well, is Sonic Origins does one thing very successfully. It brings Sonic to the world of modern gaming. A lot of digital downloads, initial release purely digital, aggressive digital deluxe strategies and stuff like that, aggressive DLC, and just this here as well. Sonic Origins, man, I want to like it because I do enjoy playing it, but it's such a cash grab. It is a fucking vacuum of financial decisions. Like,
yeah, I'm
That's insane.
putting that blame on higher ups at Sega though. I do think there's a lot. If you look at the credits of like the people that worked on Sonic Origins, you see a lot of passionate human beings
yeah,
who've grown up loving this franchise, and I'm
Yeah.
very thankful they've gotten a chance to go back and tweak this game, because end of the day, like if you buy this game brand new, it's no different in terms of price to what it was last year. It's still $40. I mean, at least it is in Walmart. I don't know if it's different in other stores.
It's
Um,
interesting because it feels to me like, a lot of passionate people working on this, but it does feel like the higher ups are like, okay, how can we really monetize this game as much as possible? It wouldn't surprise me if they suddenly started running ads in it, and then like you have to pay a little extra to get the ads switched off or something.
Just go full mobile mode.
At this point, why not release the game on mobile? Though?
this was well, I mean, that's another conversation. I have no idea. But in terms of like why they're doing it, like we do know why. This was strategies they used. I'd say like the 2010s or early 2010s, like the Xbox 360 era, when they were trying to dissuade folks from doing pre-owned purchases, because that was a big problem for them back in the day. So they would do bullshit like, well, you can't play online unless you have the code, and the code only comes with the new version. And this is kind of the same idea. It's like, well, if you buy the game pre-owned, you'll get the base package here, but if you want the extra stuff, then you'll have to spend an extra $10. So they still get some kind of money out of you, as opposed to it just going, to somebody on eBay or GameStop or something like that. I understand that, and I know there's gonna be a lot of people just saying like, well, it's not that big of a deal because you're really not getting that substantial of an upgrade. I do wonder, and I need a way to figure this out. I need to see if there's any way to confirm this. But I do hope that they did update the game in terms of like those little hiccups separately from the Plus DLC.
They did. Yeah, there was a patch
Okay.
released on the night before the Plus DLC, which fixed up a lot of the problems. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah. I mean, on the bright side, yes, this is a fucking financial black hole, but at least they're not taking 30% of a guy's income for the rest of his life because he made a hacking tool.
But I think they're kind of banking on that kind of a comparison, though. I think they're banking on.
They are,
like,
and
well,
I'm
at
playing
least.
into it. It could be worse,
Yeah.
right?
They're waiting for the at least, which is, I mean, that's up to you and how you want to spend your money. I do think it's a conversation that needs to be had because it's a sliding slope.
Welcome to Sonic Mania Plus ×2. Comes with a whole host of new playable characters. Old classics such as Asterisk, Qualifying Statement, and At Least It's Better Than This.
Yeah, and it's not too different from what they did with Mania Plus, if you really think about it. But I mean, that was only like a $5 upgrade, though.
Mania can do no wrong. Mania's perfect. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I mean, like at the very least, they gave us like Ray and Mighty. Oh my God, Cricket!
They gave us kind of a
time
new game, at least.
I mean, if I'm honest with you, while I'm concerned with all this stuff, I was more excited than not to see that Plus was happening, just because I wanted these games to get better attention than what they did. So at the very least, if you don't care about Amy or Knuckles and CD, they at least fix this damn game, and whatever's on the disc, fingers crossed, those are as competent as those games we're going to get with the restrictions at hand, because obviously we do still have to deal with the shit music.
It's one of those things where it's still Sonic Origins, but at least it smells better now, Like,
Sure.
fucking, man, like, the music thing is baffling to me as well, because there was that little insider document thing which revealed that the beta tracks that were used in Sonic 3 and Knuckles were just very early versions of the beta tracks. I don't understand why they're using those versions when later versions leaked online thanks to the Sonic 3 beta that leaked online. And it's just like, can no one at Sega use the internet and just get those? You know, like, or do they just have to pretend that they are blind to the internet and just be like, well, here's what we got?
It just feels like that was an intentional choice, and that is one of those things where I would love to hear the actual explanations and the decision making on that particular process.
I want an interview with like Jun Sonoy, and he's just like, well, I thought it would be good if they sounded like shit, so I used the earlier version. And it breaks my heart because I fucking love Jun Sonoy's music. But, oh yeah, the music's ugly in that game.
It's still a much more interesting conversation than, like, because after you gave us that article, I thought it was much more interesting that, like, look, end of the day, June only really brought one new track into this collection.
Yeah.
The rest of it has been here.
You could tell. You could tell the one that is not made with FM instruments.
I think that's interesting, though, because here's a positive spin on this, if we want to take it that way. That does give us a bit more history that's been dug up for these games.
Yeah.
They're not our favorite versions, but these would have never been heard otherwise. So that's interesting, at the very least.
My other question is, though, like, okay, I can kind of understand that using a recreation of FM instruments was maybe a choice for Sonic 4. But when it comes to that supersonic theme, you've got to make a song that sounds like it belongs to that game. And I'm just like, Jun, could you not just fucking go online and download the Mega Drive sound font, which does exist, lots of people use it, and it makes authentic Mega Drive sounding music? Could you not just do that rather than getting together your attempt at recreating FM synths? If you want to use that for other things, whatever, but like, this is supposed to sound like it comes from the same game. Why are you doing this? John, you break my heart, man. You break my heart.
It is kind of gross, but I mean, I don't know. I've lightened up a lot after that article just because I was like, they didn't go and make these worse. These were already here, and that does, in a weird way, bring some more legitimacy to these ports for me, even if I don't like hearing the track.
I still miss the prototype supersonic theme.
Same.
For 3.
I loved it.
Christ, it's so much better.
It's such a good supersonic theme, and I love how it's in Origins. It's in the music menu, and it just says unknown track.
Is it really?
Yeah, it just says unknown track. It's like, I don't know what this is. Same goes for the Hidden Palace theme that was bespoke made for Hidden Palace, but for some reason they used Mystic Cave 2 player for Hidden Palace. It's just like, you had a chance to take these pieces of Sonic history that didn't have a place and give them a place, and then you didn't do it. What are you doing? What are you doing, guys? What are you doing, you big sillies?
I gave you a job, and you fucked it up.
It's one of those things where I just, as I say, it's still Sonic Origins, and I'm at the point where I accept that Sonic Origins is Sonic Origins at this point. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, oh, it's perfect, thumbs up. It doesn't mean that I'm going to deny that there's missed potential, but I can at least kind of enjoy it based on what it sets out to do. But it's like, if you wanted to make the definitive collection of these games, you gotta give us more than this. You gotta give us save systems that fucking work. You gotta give us, like how Sonic CD has an option for US and Japanese music, give us a choice between the original music tracks and T-Lope's recreations with realistic sounding instruments. Give us a choice of what sprites we're using from game to game, because Sonic has like fucking 10 of them across the classics. Give us these options, give us these customizations. Let me choose if I want to play the game in 4:3 or 16:9 with the lives or with the tokens or whatever, you know? It's a very rigid, very restricted version of what could have been the definitive Sonic games. And yeah, it's you need something that is more customizable, you know? Fuck it, have like a default settings, you know, if people are too stupid to use menu sliders, but like, it's disappointing. It feels like they're holding back, and like it's gonna be like, okay, in 10 years' time, we're gonna get Sonic Genesis or something, and we're gonna include even more features, but we're still gonna hold back because we've got another collection to make 10 years down the line for the next generation, you know?
Well, I mean, that's the thing for me, though. I do agree, like, it'd be more fun if we had some more customizable tweaks. I would like those for unlockables. Because I keep thinking of Sonic 3 Air, and while that is really cool, like I've said it before, like, this is made for people that play these games to death as opposed to like this is going to be a child's first time with these games. And I think on that front, Origins does the job correctly, because I do remember also at TMG, my dad talking about like, yeah, his little kid that was right there is like, yeah, they put $5 down for the new Sonic game coming out on Friday or today or something, whenever we landed there that day. And it's like, yeah, that's because that's for kids, and having a nice streamlined way to play these games with 16:9, and it still does the job it's made to do. And I, now that I'm playing it, it's like my biggest problems were like noticeable hiccups in gameplay while I'm playing them. And as Webster pointed here too, like there were bugs in the Whitehead ports that nobody really talks about.
I think it was more a matter that people were just willing to look past them back on the mobile phones because, like, I don't know. I got no idea. But Webster is right. Like, people did really bloody ignore, like, when people were saying that these games... There were some bugs that didn't exist on the mobile ports, but, like...
Yeah, 100%.
The thing is, like, yeah, it's obviously something that's made to attract new Sonic fans, and I did say in my own video, like, maybe you got someone that likes video games and hasn't really played Sonic before. Sonic Origins could make an excellent gift, There's an audience who this is definitely going to serve more than is the long-term fans, I think. Because I think long-time fans are going to have higher expectations of this. And I've kind of said, it's one of those things where it's like the context surrounding Sonic Origins is worse than the product itself. Like, the product itself... You give it to someone that doesn't really get as anal about this as we do, and they're going to be like, well, what's even the problem here, Especially now that a lot of bugs have been patched out, but it's difficult to not think about what could have been, And I'm going to say this, Classic Mode has no fucking right to exist. Get rid of that. That's embarrassing, Classic Mode. Because...
That's a sticking point for me. That does offend me.
Yeah, it's not a classic mode. You'd be better off with emulation there. It's not a fucking classic mode. It doesn't play like the originals. It's got the new features. The only thing it does is put it in 16:9. And if you just had an option there that said, hey...
4:3. What's important?
That's the one, yeah. If you had an option there that just said, hey, you want to play these anniversary games in 4:3? I'd be like, no. No, who wants that? No one wants that. That's stupid. Who the fuck wants
it's like
that?
4:3 and a life system, I think, are the only differences there.
And
that's about
they
it.
took out the drop dash.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did they finally?
No, the drop dash was never in the classic mode. The spin dash is in Sonic 1, though.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, that is still a sticking point for me. It does have to be said, just in terms of like emulation, like they can't just grab a random emulator online and throw it onto a disc. That gets them into a whole bunch of legal trouble.
Hence why they only had Game Gear emulation for this as well, because I saw a lot of people being like, why not Master System? But Game Gear has more games, so it's the one to go with.
But
okay,
this is Sega, and they are not unfamiliar with re-releasing Genesis ROMs. So I don't believe for a fucking second they don't have Genesis emulators they couldn't have worked into this, especially if they have, like, they've faithfully recreated the old games in so many different ways. I mean, is it A1? I don't remember if I remember the developer name. Do you remember,
I think,
Wayne?
Webster said Sega Ages was by M2.
M2, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's M2.
But they have the drop dash, though. If you take the drop dash out of the Sega Ages ports, I guess you could then have at least a better classic mode than what we've got in fucking Sonic fucking Origins. Fuck.
Point is, they've re-released these games 1,000 times. I don't think it's out of the wheelhouse or out of the realm of expectation for them to bring this on. I mean, Generations had Sonic 1. It just had a ROM of Sonic 1 on it.
What a great bloody thing that was as well.
My feeling about it is, in a world where Sonic 3, like Angel Island Revisited, has existed for as long as it has, there's no excuse for Sega themselves to release a lesser version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, but also I know the fan devs don't really want those comparisons.
That's okay. That's okay. I get that, but at the same time, I'm just saying they're
still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we saying it's inferior to like Sonic 3 Air or something? Is that what we're saying?
I mean, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
They're
I
being
get if they
being
don't want to
charitable.
compare it.
Come on, you can surely look at your own work and say this is better. Come on, you're being charitable. Come on, but I don't know.
I
Maybe
do
I sound
say
like a
that's
dick,
more out
but-
of fear. I think it's more out of fear because like fan projects, they're very thankful that Sega doesn't, come down on them for making fan projects.
All right, we won't tell
You know,
anybody.
by the grace of the corporation. But I mean, end of the day, Wayne is not incorrect there. Like there are better options out there for free. And at the very least, Sonic 3 Air was like, hey, buy the game off Steam. And we'll
Yeah.
automatically pop this on there.
That's
I
the
believe-
that's the point that has pissed me off the most about all of this is that they removed that like official feel to it that you're paying for the game and then you could just mod it from there instead of just doing straight emulation. Is like they had something unprecedented for this kind of preservation and then they threw it away for something that just flat out is not as good.
Why preserve when you can monetize? But I mean, I'll say this: since the patch, I haven't actually noticed many bugs or anything in Sonic 3 and Knuckles since playing it with the patch on. And having Amy there is a draw, like so.
Yeah.
It's really difficult for me to say what is the definitive version now because it's like, okay, this is a heavily monetized product with a lot of digital reliance. But I mean, it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and we got Amy playable, and she's there in like the ending and stuff as well. And it's like they've rewritten some history, and it's worth it. I'm happy that we got. I think just having Amy in there is a big deal. Like it's where Sonic Origins Plus makes its biggest case. Is it's like, okay, you can play these classic games, but now here's a new playable character in Amy Rose. And she gets her own little playstyle. And I love playing as Amy. I think Amy's great.
I do enjoy her. I say it in the video. I mean, you helped edit it. Like I
have
do
no
miss.
idea. I don't know. What do you think?
I do miss her hammer hop from Advance quite a bit. But I also imagine people are thankful they don't have to stop and just slap a hammer down in front of an enemy.
I edit your videos with the sound off.
Fair enough.
Because I just cannot stand to listen to you sometimes. I'm just like, Nick, shut up, mate. Let me just edit. Stop talking to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if this conversation would be in a different direction if this was just the game right out of the gate last year. Like,
I'd
they just
definitely be
held
more
off.
positive about it. Like,
Yeah.
It does now feel like we're cramming a little bit too much into this year in terms of classic Sonic because later this year we are getting Superstars.
hell
I,
yeah,
uh,
I haven't.
I am legitimately excited for that.
I haven't said anything about Superstars on this show, have I?
No, you haven't.
All right, well, oh, I've got. Is the floor mine?
Yeah.
God damn! Oh, whoa! Finally! Classic Sonic does something new.
Oh my God.
Mania did 50% new. Not even that, actually, considering the Act 1s were just pulled from their original versions. And then Origins is just a compilation. It's like, fucking, here's Classic Sonic to sing the greatest hits of the 90s. Nah, here he is with a new fucking album, with all new songs. God damn it, Sonic, you're finally relevant again. Classic Sonic, that is. Finally! Okay. God, where do I even begin? Where do I begin? Holy shit, I'm so excited for Sonic Superstars.
I mean, you could begin by using your words.
Leave. Get out. I don't want. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I can't even look at you. All right. I don't even want you across the table. There's times like these. I'm glad that I'm on the opposite end of the table to you because I fucking hate you, Wayne. Anyway, Sonic Superstars Plus coming next year. Dude. There were the rumors, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I had no idea what to expect. And to see that they're not just relying on pixel art again was it's okay, right? Okay. Had they announced a Mania 2 with all original levels, that would have, made me a very happy chappy. That would have made me a happy guy, just a very plum tomato man. But here they are, venturing into a new art style, which looks really nice. I really like the 2.5D appearance of this. Give me some new characters, all new levels. Oh yes, all new levels. Good. God damn, there's no Green Hill Zone. Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude, I saw this thing where they were interviewing Takeshi Iizuka and his mate. And the journalist says, are there gonna be any returning levels? Because I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of Green Hill Zone. And he's like, no returners. It's like, journalist, can you shut the fuck up for once? Just shut your fucking goddamn mouth. Shut your trap. No one wants to hear about how you want Green Hill Zone back. You don't know shit. You know shit. Sit the fuck down.
For God's sakes, Pup. Come on, man.
No, no, shut up, alright? No more Green Hill. No more Green Hill. I am happy with what I'm seeing. It looks like we might, it's one of those things where, like, with Sonic 4 Episode 2 and stuff, it was a much more competent product than Episode 1, you know? But, like, they were still missing things like elemental shields, being able to play with the sign at the end of the stage. That's important. And, you know, it looks like we're getting some of that in this. Like, I've seen some gameplay footage that looks like there's kind of an elemental shield going on, or maybe the elemental stuff is just kept to the Chaos Emeralds. The new abilities are a really nice idea. I just hope they're not too Wisp-like, taking you out of the regular gameplay experience too often. As long as I can, you know, consistently have that Sonic experience, I'm a happy guy. Bang the Hunter being back and getting an official name now. Hell yeah. I'm excited by that. That's awesome. All the playable characters we got, and it looks like Amy's got some sense of continuity between her playstyle in Origins and this. Good shit. Good shit. And the music. Okay, so they released that one preview where they were using Sonic 4 music as placeholder music, and I was a little worried, because I was like, well, why would they use this as the placeholder music? Surely they want something that's a little indicative of how the game's going to sound, and we knew Jin Sanui is the lead on this, and Jin Sanui, great musician, not great with classic Sonic soundtracks, but then we find out T. Lopes is on there as well, and we've heard a snippet of the music now in that Nintendo Direct trailer, and I'm like, there it is, good stuff. It looks like a lot of those features that were so great about, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles are coming back. I've seen some footage of going from Act 1 to Act 2 of one of the stages, and it has that seamless transition between acts, and I love that. I'm glad that's back. It does look like you can play with the sign, but no one's bloody playing with it for some reason. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. This is something I've wanted for a long time. Something new from Classic Sonic. A new Classic Sonic game from start to finish. I'm happy that the physics look to be one-to-one with Mania as well. Here's hoping that they do feel that good and it's not all just talk, but yeah, very, very happy with what I'm seeing with Sonic Superstars. I only lament that there is no online multiplayer co-op, at least that we know of. There's like a battle mode, but I don't know how that works. But
it's too fast, I guess.
Yeah, you sent me that article, Wallace. And I'm like, too fast. Sonic is too fast for online multiplayer? You gotta be kidding me. Like,
I mean, he's too fast for a local co-op in the original game.
How do you explain
online
racing
multiplayer
games?
is where it should work better.
How do you explain racing games, for starters? And secondly, excuse Sonic Origins, then, because those games are toilet old, alright? So, why shouldn't they have online multiplayer, you know?
Yeah, I don't get that, because like if it's a multiplayer like Sonic game and everybody's playing on their own screen online, that should work better than it ever has for multiplayer Sonic.
No kidding. No kidding. I'm a little one thing I'm a little hesitant about is it's the usual 12 zones, yet it's a $60 game. And I'm just hoping that there's going to be enough content in there to really justify that price tag. I'm not one of those people that believes that fundamentally a 2D or a 2.5D, just a side-scroller should cost any less than a 3D title. All joking aside, all 2D games are shit. But, I'm intrigued to see what the content is like. I think these Emerald power-ups are going to give us a lot of different ways to play, and if they haven't brought back the elemental shields, a little bit of a disappointment, but they're at least, you know, you've got some elemental power-ups within the Chaos Emeralds. Look, what I'm asking for here is make the new best classic Sonic game ever, alright? That's all I ask, alright? It shouldn't actually be that difficult. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a masterpiece, make no mistake, but given that that formula is actually pretty, you know, you can work within that formula and make a game that's even more exciting. Make the first classic Sonic game to top Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's what I want to see out of Sonic Superstars. And with all original levels, with good physics, with the good roster of playable characters, with this not being Sonic 4, it stands a chance, you know?
Yeah, but R2's making it.
Eh.
The dev team behind this, they don't have like a home
Arzest,
run
right?
game under their belt, or ours, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, Arzest.
Oh,
They don't have a home run game under their belt, so they do have
Sorry, give
they
me
have a
just
chain
a
on
second.
back. Sure.
I would say they're working within a pretty easy toy box, though, you know, and everything I'm seeing looks good. They should be at home. Maybe this will be their home run, you know? There's a first time for everything, but I'm just kind of going by what I'm seeing and what's there on paper. There is absolutely no reason why this can't be the best goddamn classic Sonic game since Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, it looks fun. I'm really genuinely excited to play it. I'm not really going in with that particular expectation. At this point, I'm more just looking forward to having a brand new side-scrolling Sonic that is just fun to play. And
It's
I hope
more of a
it's
hope
just
than
not
an
a busted mess.
expectation.
Yeah, I get that.
But, I mean, I'll say this, like, I want to be able to safely say it's better than Sonic Mania. Not because I don't like Sonic Mania. Love Sonic Mania. I think it's a fantastic game. But I just think on the virtue of having all new levels, it addresses the problem I have with Sonic Mania, you know? Like,
yeah, and that's still the confusing thing to me. I mean, they talked about it a little bit. Just it's still wild to me you don't get the Mania team back for another crack at this. But also, we finally saw what Evening Star's working on with that last Nintendo Direct. And I mean, interestingly enough, it's a 3D game where you roll around a whole bunch. So all we do know is Zuka said that they had plans and that kind of fell through. I mean, a small team like that, you have to wonder. You have to wonder what game we would have gotten if they were still
I
on.
mean, Whitehead seems to be involved to some capacity. I don't know how much.
I think he might have just played it.
Yeah,
I think he
it could
might
be
have just
that.
played it.
It could be maybe he's a consultant or something. But
Potentially, sure.
if he's saying the physics are 1-to-1, that gives me a lot of confidence, you know, like
They had the confidence to show off the game in a decent amount back at a Summer Games Fest. So that's telling me they're actually confident with this game. I'm very happy about that. I think we're gonna get a good game. I think at this point you cannot release a side-scrolling Sonic game that's garbage. You can't do it.
it's a perfected formula, you know?
Like that's the one thing they should be
I mean-
safe on. Even if Sonic team themselves is not directly making it, you cannot go out the door with a garbage side-scrolling Sonic. That has to be your safe bet product
Yeah.
every time that comes out.
That said, how many times have they achieved that in the modern run? Like, they had Mania, that was good. Outside of that, it's been Collections and Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2, admittedly, but that's still not great.
Yeah, but episodes 1 and 2 were pre-Mania. Like a post-Mania world, you
Okay.
cannot fuck that up.
The thing-
You can't do it.
The thing I've been kind of questioning is, like, did it really take them this long to figure out that it's a good idea to make a new classic Sonic game with all new levels?
Maybe they needed the success of Origins or Mania to kind of prove that there's still money in that. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But it is warming my heart a bit that one of the initial designers of the games is back in some capacity here. And it sounds like it's more than just designing a new character, because at first that's what it sounded like, that's all he was doing, but it sounds like he's a bit more involved than that. It sounds like they are genuinely trying to put together a really solid game experience.
Also, Trip is a girl. Did you guys know that?
I assumed. I
Just said
assumed.
something about that. Yeah.
How'd you assume that I thought she was a robot dinosaur until I took a closer look.
Oh, there's like a fluffy tail there, so.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't need a new toilet. I just moved into a new place with a new toilet. What are you talking about? Sorry, that's just me referencing the chat.
Yeah, why do they keep talking about a toilet?
I don't understand what the toilet
I don't
thing
know
is.
where the toilet thing came from.
Maybe it's the hemorrhoids.
Maybe.
But that's more Suris and Gilly's problem than it is. I mean, it's still our problem. We empathize, but like, it's more their problem, you know? Like,
For God's sakes. Well, guys, I don't know. I've said pretty much all I can really say about these particular topics for the day. Should we get over to super chats?
oh hell yeah, best part of the
Yeah, I
bloody
think we
day,
we
right?
got a lot of them to go through too. So
So are we just
Yeah, we
going?
do.
Are we just going to the fan funding tab then now, and we're just doing it that way?
What?
I mean, I've got them I've been logging them in the super chat mail.
Oh Wayne, you're redundant. We've got an AI to do that now.
I've been.
All right, so yeah, just below the SpongeBob cock, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, am I starting us off?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Mr. SP sends $10. Sunset City is looking for a replacement for Pup, so they started looking for escaped mental patients. Ha! Just kidding. We'll all miss you and your chaotic energy, Pup. See you on some other channel. I know, it's pretty rough. Pretty bloody rough. Thank you, Mr. SP.
Ozjam H with $10. Thank you. To the newest member of Sunset City, please have this commemorative Gamer Juice milkshake with the Grimace flavor to boot. Do excuse the purple scars on your kidney sides afterward.
That's for you,
No, wait,
Wayne.
don't drink it.
No, that's yours. You're the newest member,
Aw.
remember?
Oh no, I don't want it. I
Yeah,
don't want
come
it.
on.
I've already drank
mean,
the Grimace shake.
I want to try
It
the
al-
Grimace shake. We don't have
al-
the Grimace shake in the UK.
It already shat all over my car seat.
Question. Do you, in that case, since you have a Grimace shake and stuff like that, do you still have, like, the Ronald McDonald cast out in the USA then?
I mean, they're...
They don't really do anything with them.
Yeah, they don't do much with them.
Because in the UK, like, and Europe even, they're just stripped off of everything. There is absolutely no
really
sign of Ronald McDonald.
They don't really show up on stuff. No, I don't know what the point is in having those mascot characters because they don't use them.
I wish they would. I wish, like...
The Grimace is the most they've gotten out of that in a long, long time.
I feel like Ronald McDonald is my Sally Acorn, you know? Like,
Oh my god.
he gives me
Yeah,
erections and I miss him.
Happy birthday, Grimace.
Happy birthday.
All right, so we got Sonic Fan 1661 with $2.
No, you haven't. No, you fucking... Yes, you have. Yes. Sorry.
I know what I'm about, son.
All right, my bad.
Is that oh,
Burger.
oh Jesus fucking Christ. What?
Oh, come on. You can read that. That's easy.
I don't know if I can pronounce that.
You can totally...
Nalasines. That's a bit much.
Is that stroke in the bathtub?
What a nalasenenes. That it's what a nalasenes. There. Not
Thanks
hard.
for taking over on that, Pup. I'm not even going to attempt that.
Thank you for the $2, Sonic Fan 1661. Oh, I'm up. Oh yeah. All right. So,
Oh my god.
Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2. Yeah, that tracks. I don't know what tracks though because we're late in the game now. You know.
You probably popping up as the the announcement. This was all like pre-announcement.
What I do?
I'm pretty sure like the announcement.
What announcement?
The new member. I
What
swear to
new
God.
member? I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Jamal Simmons, our
Burger.
Paul, gives us $5. Thank you. Happy B Theory weekend and have a great 4th of July. God bless America. Sorry, Pup.
It's fine. The only thing you should be apologizing for is that it's not even the 4th of July, it's the 30th of June.
Well, no, he's talking about the upcoming weekend.
No, there is only the now.
Yeah, because
There is
the 4th
only
gonna be on a Tuesday.
the now. Live in the moment.
Oh my god.
On a snowboard. Do not answer the work calls.
Read the next one before I lose
Burger.
my mind.
Well, I don't think it's me, is it?
No,
It's Wayne.
Is it me? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We got
B. Dickinoa.
oh
B. Dickinoa.
B Dickinoa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Wahoo.
B Dickinoa with $10 Canadian. The silly dog with the funny accent never fails to reverse engineer my frown into a Nike symbol. His chaotic energy always leaves me feeling satisfied.
Hell yeah. You ain't kidding, B. Dickinoa. What a great name as well.
Well, you can read it again because he's up next.
Burger.
They're up next.
They're up.
B. Dickinoa, wahoo, sends $10 Canadian. The real-life boss, he's talking about you now, Wayne, is so cute and wholesome. He always makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Hearing him get super excited and passionate about things is actually adorable. Not gay, by the way.
I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I'm not fucking gay, alright?
Oz GMH with $5. Thank you. As a declared kangaroo man by Pup. Oh my god. For the mistreatment of heartstring pulled by new member, you must drink the taste bud juice for your crimes.
I called him a kangaroo man because I thought that Oz was in reference to Australia, and it turns out his name is just Austin. So I called him a silly kangaroo man in an argument.
What? I just kind of assumed it was Austin. Why do you not come to these obvious conclusions all of the time?
I don't know how
about everything?
Australian isn't an obvious conclusion, alright? Austin's just a name that some people have. Australia's a fucking, a place.
Australia
I mean, like,
isn't real.
I mean, the money alone would probably tell you.
I don't know. Do they use dollars in? They use dollars in some. I think Ireland uses dollars.
They use boomerangs.
Oh,
we need hyper. We need hyper sticks with boomerangs. I'm just saying that right now. Dicks out for hyper sticks. Anyway, burger.
So tired.
Wayne.
Yeah. What's
Read,
up,
boy.
buddy?
Don't make me fucking go upside your head.
We got Evan Detheon with $2. These $2 are to talk about TMNT and the movie soon.
There's that, and we also gotta do a Spider-Verse spoiler cast because I think people want it.
Late or not, I think people want us to talk about that one.
People want it, and I think we should give the people what they want because it's what I want too. I want to talk about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna get like 1 million views either way. Might as well have fun talking about a movie we enjoy.
In it, we can just be screaming.
But yeah, no, I would like to talk about TMNT. I'm hoping once I calm down a little bit with all the Sonic stuff, with Origins Plus and everything, I am gonna sneak in another TMNT video here sometime this summer. I'd really like to, especially with the movie coming out.
Ooh,
so I will at least be talking about TMNT soon.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. Daza S sends £5. Yes, a man of the monarch. Sonic Origins Plus annoyed me for many reasons, e.g., so-called physical release, but I did get it on both PS5 and Switch. Yes, I did. I'm part of the problem. Yeah, Daza S, show some bloody restraint, will you? God damn it.
I am too, Daza.
Physical release. It didn't even massage my shoulders afterward.
It's a physical release, but it didn't even suck my dick.
That is the joke, Pup. For God's sakes.
Yeah, shut up. Right? It deserves to be made. All right. Burger.
It was already made.
Burger.
Already made.
What's fucking read the thing?
Bead Ditchinoa.
Be Dickanoa. Come on, guys. You can do this.
$10 Canadian. The boob haver always manages to teach my dumb ass new and interesting things. And I always love hearing him speak his mind about all sorts of interesting topics.
I want to hear him talk about sports. That would be funny.
Just going around just complimenting each of us while throwing a lot of money down. Thank you.
Yeah, B. Dickanoa's great.
Yeah.
I hope B. Dickanoa says nothing nice about... Oh, shit. They've said something nice about everyone. I just checked. Never mind. All right. Burger! Had to really announce that one because God fuck me. God shit.
Burger.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. Okay. I think we hit our
right.
cursing quota, for God's sakes. Let's keep going.
Got Kaz with $200. What are y'all favorite videos that y'all have on you guys' channel?
Like a favor for our own channel?
Yeah, I would assume.
Just the ones that you're most proud of, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, Nick.
I mean, like my go-to would be like, my big Sonic 3 and Knuckles video. That was a big milestone for me. Outside of that, I think the most effort I probably put into something I was really proud of in terms of how the editing played out would be my Fallout 76 video.
It's true. It's all downhill from there.
Oh. That's Christmas. That's your Christmas Nights video was fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
Hey, where's the every version of Night Trap video you hack?
I want to see more
I don't want
Spider-Man
to.
3. I like the Spider-Man 3 video.
I desperately want to do more Spider-Man videos, dude. Like, I don't know if I'd do it like all in one big video. I want to do every version of Spider-Man too.
You
What am
got
I
it, but
talking
it must be
about?
so great being a Spider-Man YouTuber, right?
Oh my god. I had a lot of fun, and that video told me that I can do more than just Sonic and probably get away with it as long as I put the effort in.
Wayne, what
So.
video have you made that you like? Like that's got to be the favorite one. The one you like's got to be the favorite, right?
I think like what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're very self-critical, okay? And I'm assuming
well.
I'm assuming you hate everything you've ever done.
I hate most of the videos I've made.
See,
But,
I'm not even far off.
I don't know. I mentioned the Notom one a lot, but the Digimon World 1 video, it's like that and the Sonic 3 Knuckles. I don't know.
I really like
I'd
about
probably
the.
go with Digimon World 1. Although I am hoping to replace that with Digimon World 2. I'm putting a lot of work into this.
You know what I like about the No Time one?
What's that?
I don't give a fucking shit about No Time, but I watched it the whole way through and I was like, hell yeah, this balloon game is some hot shit, you know?
Fair.
Good stuff. In my case, you know what? I'm gonna stick it down to my there are no Spider... Let me try that again. There are no bad Spider-Man movies 8-hour-long video marathon. I'm just very proud of that body of work right there. So, yeah, I'll say that one is my favorite of the ones that I've done. God, the joys of being a Spider-Man YouTuber. You can relate though, right, Nick?
I mean, I probably can if I put more Spider-Man videos out. Yeah.
Get to work then.
We all have made successful Spider-Man videos, though.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
except
Oh, wait,
Suris.
yeah, I guess we have.
Suris and Gilly.
I forget sometimes because I put effort into trying to distance myself from the Spider-Man fandom.
You know what? They have their good days, you know? They have their good days. Met a lot of cool people through the Spider-Man fan base, just as I have with the Sonic. But I've also met a lot of clowns in the Spider-Man.
The majority of the most loathsome things I've ever seen on the internet have come from Spider-Man fans.
Yeah, that tracks.
Appreciate the folks shouting out their favorites as well.
Oh,
glad
what?
people like
I
this
want to
video.
see what people like.
They're talking about mine, so.
Oh,
who cares?
fuck off then.
Fuck
Fuck your videos, Mr. Successful YouTuber.
I was really proud of that video. Thanks, guys.
Bloody Hollywood elite over here.
The Metroid Dread video was cool. That one was neat, just especially with like how many people like jumped on board to be part of that.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
Wayne, I forgot to subscribe to you. Let me just fix that right now. I might do it later, actually. Not a priority task.
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay, next one, Burger.
But anyway, I did want to shout out Kaz again for $200 because that's a huge.
And what a nice
donation.
question too. Like that was a fun question.
That's a fun question. Yeah.
Little chance to
That's good.
tickle ourselves, you know? Tickle ourselves under the old sweat patches.
Oh my god. All right. Who's up next?
I don't know.
It's Pup.
It is? Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
All right, okay, so Sonic Fan 1661 once again sends us $2. Wallane put the hemorrhoids in the Surisness. What? I knew you did this.
I don't like
adorable.
any of this.
But guys, pour one out for Suris and Gilly. Yeah. Hemorrhoids ain't
Almost done it
easy.
for a second, like you said, pull one out. Dicks out for Suris.
Oh, for God's sakes, guys.
Somebody
All
call
right.
a hemorrhoid extraction doctor. Worker.
Beat Sanoa with $10 Canadian. The milkman is a great role model. He tries to act like he doesn't care, but we all know he has a giant heart of gold that seeps through the cracks. We all love to see it. Thank you for the kind
A
words.
good judge of
He is
character,
the
B.
milk
Dickanoa.
man, and his milk is delicious.
Oh my god. All right.
All right, we got Bean Dick and Noah with $10 Canadian. The kid that isn't actually a kid may have some hot takes, but they always lead to fun and interesting discussions. And while I may not agree with everything he says, it is always solid criticism.
No, really, actually a really good judge of character. Like,
yeah, Gilly's
credit to B. Dick and Noah where it's due. Like, we never agree with Gilly. We fucking hate Gilly, but he's great.
I think it's mostly just you two not agreeing with each other.
What? No, shut up. Anyway. I was the first person to agree with Gilly.
Thank you for... I mean, still not done with all the money dropping today. Holy cow. But yeah. Oz Jam H with $5. Thank you. Boys, for the time being, please discuss anything that isn't IDW Sonic and how it apparently ruins Sonic or knocked me unconscious. The latter, please. Just get off Twitter for a bit. Just get off Twitter.
I understand you, my Aussie didgeridoo pal.
Just get the hell off Twitter. I'm sick and tired of it. It's exhausting. You're either in for the tone of the book or you're not at this point. Like 60 issues.
It's people are just, I don't know.
I like Sonic.
It's not their exact same perfect Sonic, and now that it's considered canon again,
it is officially referred to as canon. Yeah.
Right. I heard rustling. Who's got food?
I was moving food out of the way.
Are you sharing it?
No.
No.
Put it away like I did.
Damn it! You know, that's all I got. Burger.
It's Nick over here taking 3 steps ahead.
Is it me? Is it I?
I think it might be
Wayne.
Mine.
Okay. I feel like I've not read for 6 super chats, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to read. Okay.
We got Bidikanoa with $10 Canadian. I never expected grown men arguing over children's media would become one of my favorite genres of entertainment, but here I am. Keep up the good work. Love you guys.
Actually,
thank you.
Peter Canoa, it's not for children. It's not, okay? It's for young adults. I swear it is, okay?
Oh my god.
Sounds like somebody needs a Reese's.
I hate Reese's. I don't like peanuts. I don't like them. Stop it. Trying to feed me that shit. All right.
Oh, I guess you wouldn't get that joke. You kind of had to be there.
Yeah, Pup, stop being so corny over your dislike of peanut butter.
Oh, go eat a Swedish fish.
Go drink a Diet Coke.
It tastes the fucking same, dude. Okay, so Tofa0523 sends $9.99. Hey boys, happy Friday. What is a ham series that you like that does not get nearly enough attention? Can't say a ham series. Can't say Klonoa because we know already. For me, it's Trails or YSRPG games.
It's pronounced East.
I like honey roast, frankly. I think it deserves a bit more attention compared to the crumbed stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking salted and smoked.
Oh, that's good too, but you gotta have a little bit of that honey glaze, you know how it is.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll keep it. You know what? I'm going to do both at once. Because I know what they were trying to say, and I know what the type it was, but I'm going to say zombie barbecue for the Nintendo DS.
Does it involve ham?
Damn, okay.
It's a barbecue. It's surely got to involve some kind of fucking pork product, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's
there
awesome.
You go.
There's got to be
also
I don't actually... let me come back to you. Rayman needs a new game. Rayman needs a new game.
Also for the Nintendo DS, if I want to just keep flexing, I'll do Barnyard Blast, where you play a pig that shoots zombies.
The Little Friends, Cats and Dogs. You can walk a dog. It's brilliant.
There's a lot of pet games. There's so many pet games.
This one in particular, okay? You can take the dog to a post and it will pee, and it's brilliant.
Have you not played Nintendogs?
To tell you the truth, no, I haven't. I got the Little Friends Pets and Cats and Dogs, for the Nintendo Switch because it was the only Nintendo thing I had at the time. And I just wanted a digital pet, you know? Just wanted a little doggo to look after. Hell yeah.
I want to find more pet games that actually let you play a turtle, or play with a turtle, or like a vet game that helps you take care of a turtle. I just want more realistic turtles in games.
What did you think of the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 where they blew up a turtle?
Was not happy about it.
Didn't think you would be.
Was not happy.
Immediately thought about you when that happened.
I laughed. Because I was also thinking about you.
You're a literal fucking sociopath. I didn't laugh. I was thinking about Nick and I wasn't laughing. I was like, oh man, he's not gonna like this.
I was like, haha, he's not gonna like this.
See, this is just a person that is willing to prank you and a person that's willing to torture you, you know? Like, there's a line.
I still gotta throw out a game. Slipstream. People don't talk enough about Slipstream, and that just got free DLC like 2 days ago. It's great.
Badass,
Hey.
Alfred.
I would love to see a re-release of Treasures of the Deep. I've been seeing that Twitter thread going around, like a game that you play you feel like nobody else has. Treasures of the Deep is definitely mine. I feel like nobody has played that game. There you go.
Pandora's Tower. That's another one.
Sonic
There you go.
Frontiers. That's a good series.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's not mine because I just read for Topher, so it would be yours, Nick.
Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Thank you. Pup will be the reason this podcast gets banned.
Yep.
We've all known and accepted that.
Burger. Wayne.
All right. We got Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. I'm all for the Sonic gals in their birthdays.
No, say it like you
Oh,
mean it,
yeah.
Wayne. Say it like you mean it.
I don't mean it though, because
You ought to
most of
bloody
them-
mean it. What's your problem?
Most of them are children. That's
They're-
my problem.
They are not fucking
whatever.
children.
Oh my god.
Oh, won't
and
someone...
also animals, and I don't particularly need to see that.
Oh, won't someone think of the poor pixels?
Like Cream,
Oh
I
my
get it, but I'm
fucking
so tired of like, oh, they're actual children. There's no indication they're kids.
They have cars.
Yeah,
And
fine.
mortgages. And bills. And taxes. And Sonic does a spreadsheet in every game. What are you talking about, you know? I love those parts. The spreadsheets are the best parts of the Sonic games. Hell yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, no, they're not children, mate. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, we're all going to jail.
Yeah, baby.
Our favorite French friend is here.
Is it mine?
Oh, no, it's mine. Okay, so our good French pal, Lederic, sends $10. Finally, some green Pikmin. Let's go. You know what
I
that
agree.
means, but what does that mean?
Completely. Pikmin 4. They have a new style of Pikmin. They kind of look like little aliens, and they're glowy green. I love it.
Let's try and Pikmin once.
There you
That's the extent of my thoughts on that franchise.
Burger. Ick.
All right, we got that Jordo with $5. Thank you. Hey, fellas. Hope y'all have a good day. I'm about to try one of those Grimace meme shakes. Haha. Wish me luck. I'll let you know how.
I was hoping you'd do that. Oh man, I really want to try the bloody Grimace shake.
They're not bad. They got like a subtle little berry flavor to them.
I want to taste
Mostly
that.
vanilla.
I want to taste of that Grimacy.
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 I was bothering Jordan. God, what's his last name? But he was literally
Fringe?
talking about the Grimace for like 2 hours at TMG about the fucking Grimace.
Can't
So
believe
dude, just make a video on it. He's like, well, the meme will be done by then. Like, everybody tell me you want a Grimace video. He is
got to
so
hang out with all of my bloody friends this weekend, and I wasn't there. Can't believe it. Just
Oh my
sad.
God.
A sad state of affairs. What a sad little life. But you know
I'm
what?
gonna finish that story. I'm gonna finish that.
I feel sorry for you because your story's not as good without me in it.
He has so many pictures of the Grimace on his phone, just saved on his phone.
I don't like this.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
Does he
I
have
need him
any
to make
of
a video.
Grimace wiping his ass?
Sure he does.
Hell
Anyway.
yeah. Oh, burger.
Okay, Wayne, your turn.
Okay. We got Mr. SP with $6.30. Mania Plus, 2 playable characters and a new game mode for $5. Origins Plus, $1.25 playable character.
1.25, 1.25 playable character.
Oh yeah, and a pile of ROMs for $10.
So fucking
Yeah.
stupid, Wayne.
It's gross to say, but inflation's also a factor, probably.
I miss
Yeah,
when
maybe.
inflation were a factor when it came to Sonic in a different way.
Oh my god.
I mean, hey, if
my
you want to know more about it, just Google Sonic and inflation, right? It'll work out, you know. Good
Joke
luck.
is done. You didn't need to keep going. The joke was done with the first sentence.
Good luck.
Oh my god.
Burger.
All right.
It me.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a mint in my mouth, so I'm worried I'm making gross mouth noises. Give me a moment. Okay.
Oh my god.
No, just one more. Hang on. Wait, a
Okay.
lot of saliva to process this mint, you know.
Gross. This is so gross.
Yeah, it's not good. You won't want to hear it. You know, fuck it. Okay, Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2. But poo does go down already. What was that in reference? I need to know what that was.
I
In
don't know
to.
what this is about, man.
It was about the toilets, I'm pretty sure.
What? Where do the toilets come from? I don't know where that's about either.
I
I don't
honestly,
know.
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. But I could go for a shit now that you mention it. All right.
Okay.
Well, anyways,
Sonic Fan 1661 with another
Perfect.
$5. Thank you. I'm glad to have a decent amount of faith in the franchise right now. I only hope it'll remain that way. It's high time to treat it with some respect. I agree.
feels good, man.
Feels like we're moving in positive directions, even if we do have some misgivings with how some things are handled. It's moving in positive directions.
Origins can eat my toes, but everything else looks good.
There you go.
What fits into that though, pup?
All right. Well. Burger.
Toes are not canon in the Sonic universe.
Like that. All right, Crimson Rose with $50. Pup is back! Yay! I missed you, man. Also, thank you for the very generous super chat.
Say it like you mean it, Wayne. Thank you, Crimson Rose. Hell, you ain't kidding. You ain't ever kid a damn day in your life. You are a strictly humorless person, and I appreciate that.
All right, your turn.
Burger. Danzum sends $4.99. Nick, have you watched Low Arts retrospective on the Archie Sonic series?
No. I've explained this like 2 or 3 times on the show before. I've actually had like pleasant conversations with Ian Waffles. I'd love to get those two on a show sometime, but I've told this to Ian. I've said this on here. Like, I'm super happy other people are finally talking more and more about Archie Sonic as a series, not just the weird shenanigans it got up to, even though those are fun. And I'm certainly not above making videos about the weird stuff they get up to. But your boy does have his limits in terms of Sonic content. I do worry about potentially like repeating points like Low Art might have already made or Ian might have made on his videos, but also it is a slog to read through a lot of early Archie, and I'm not super interested at this point in ingesting even more of it. I will eventually be watching it. Ian's actually issued a challenge for something they did in one of their videos, which I think is genius and adorable, and we'll talk about it. But no, just because I kind of want to go in fresh with my own perspective when we do cover Archie in full. Like, that was the reason I started Sonic Speed Reading, was to eventually talk about Archie. Just IDW really kicked off, and it's been really fun.
You rarely would watch like the kind of video that you'd kind of make anyway. You know, if you're someone that like makes videos about Archie, you're unlikely to watch other videos about Archie in a way because you've kind of already got that knowledge.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, like
when
it's Nick is obviously, you know, Game Apologist is obviously just a Channel Pup clone, and I don't watch his stuff. You know, I don't even watch the stuff he makes that I edit. You know.
Oh my god. I do try to support people. Like I do love everybody in this community, and I've heard nothing but great things about those videos. Just I'm just in a very particular position. You know, I'm expected at this point to have Sonic comic videos, and I do think it's great other people are starting to do it. Just yeah, you got to be kind of careful with this sort of stuff, which is weird to say about opinions. Like, nobody has the rights over opinions over somebody else's created work. That's just silly. But I will probably watch it once I get through the Archie stuff myself.
Wayne,
Yeah.
I don't like your Spider-Man videos. I don't approve.
I don't
think
like
they're
them
bad.
either. That's okay.
No, they're bad.
Oh my God.
You shouldn't make them. Have made them in the first place. It's a sin you
Isn't that
cannot
how
undo.
Isn't that how you found my channel?
Yes, and I
Yeah,
loved
shut the
them.
fuck up, pup.
Yeah,
Shut the
that
fuck.
Look, I like you for
Idiot.
that shit. Make more, come on.
I
don't care about balloons, but you made me care about it. Actually, I do care about it. I love hot air balloons.
It's gonna like, I don't know what it would take to make me do another Spider-Man video.
A new Spider-Man game?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm
Make
not
it.
sure.
Do it. Come on. You like money,
What
don't
more
you?
can I say at this point?
You like money, don't you?
Around, you crawl on walls, you punch people in the face. Yay!
Do you
Content.
like?
Holy shit! Look at this amazing inventory.
Glide. You can glide and wear the black suit.
I've
I mean,
talked
that is
about
something to
Spider-Man
be
to
said,
fucking
though.
death at this point.
Well, yeah, but I think that's a good point though too, right? I think it's like we all understand we have to explain like basic gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, but like, don't people get tired of that? A little bit?
Do you know how many like different words for like punching a person and knocking them out that I've had to come up with over the years?
You just
talking about fucking superhero games.
You gotta find ways to spice it up. You know, you gotta add the chili powder. You know, that's the secret ingredient.
Maybe I should make another video and just tell everybody why they're wrong for liking Ultimate Spider-Man.
You can always frame it around a different kind of narrative in a way. You know, like what Spider-Man 2 tells us about terrorism or something. I don't know. Like,
if nothing else, it might. I was thinking it might be interesting to revisit the Spider-Man 2000 game for like the 64, PlayStation, and Dreamcast.
Oh god, that game is goated. That game is amazing.
That one, I at least think there's some interesting stuff to talk about, partially because of the era that it came out in and what amazing production values it had for what it was for the time. Like, that's interesting to me because it's not just another superhero game. I remember thinking about trying to do more of the superhero stuff at one point, and like by the time I got to the end of the MCU tie-in games, I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this again.
Also, Ultimate Spider-Man, great fucking childhood game. That, goddamn, yeah, I like that game. That's good shit.
That game is boring. Playing as Venom sucked.
Whoa, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey.
He's fun for 5 minutes, and then his traversal gets boring, and then he just becomes tedious.
Why don't you just take a few steps back?
Babysit.
Hey,
you have to babysit him breathing.
Why don't you just take a few steps back there with your shoes and your shirt, huh?
He sucks. Also, that version of Venom sucks, and I blame Ultimate Spider-Man for ruining how people perceive Venom for like 2 decades.
I think I half agree. I half agree. Okay?
Yeah.
I half. I don't think
Fuck Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Venom's not
Fuck
very...
Baltimore! I hate Baltimore!
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to shop at Big Bill Hell's Cars. God, that was my childhood. That was my ringtone back when I was in high school. But, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, Ultimate Venom is a less interesting character than 616 Venom. And, I mean, the Ultimate Spider-Man villains fucking suck. All of them. They suck compared to, like, their 616 counterparts. Ultimate Spidey himself, actually, he also kind of sucks. But
the combat as Spider-Man was bad. The dodging mechanic is non-existent. You have to like jump away from the fucking fight.
I thought
everything is tedious. The web swinging is okay. The art style is the only memorable thing about that. Everybody just thought that Venom was cool because they were like 12 when it came out.
Whoa, you're trying to speak for people that aren't you there, aren't you?
Yeah, I was not 12 when that game came out.
Yeah, man, and I still like playing as Venom.
You might as well have been. I don't give a shit. Fuck that game.
I like playing as Venom.
Oh, I'm not gonna do any more Spider-Man videos.
I'm not gonna do any more. I'm just gonna talk about it.
Spider-Man game.
But yeah, I don't want the dessert. I just want my main
videos.
What? So you can talk about Spider-Man on Sunset City instead? It's a good idea. It's a good business. I'll take it.
Which one gave Venom toes?
We need a Spider-Man podcast because I would be so up for that.
Where are we at?
Oh, fuck off. Let's see. Parker.
I think it's my turn. Webster with £2. Thank you. No one can truly replace Pup. Yeah, we agree. Nobody quite like the chaotic little bastard.
Ginger Bob is actually like me times 3. You know, like I think Ginger Bob is more chaotic.
All right, let's carry on.
That whole thing about working
don't
for
know where we're
Illumination
at.
was hilarious. I'm sorry, I couldn't have pulled that off. I couldn't have pulled that. He gaslit thousands of people on Twitter into thinking that he was working on the Mario movie with Illumination. I can't top that.
Well, Bob's a special boy in his own ways.
Yeah, he is. He's got a great accent. Anyways, burger. It's you, Wayne.
Where are we at? Oh, okay.
Where the burger
Crimson
is.
Rose, $5. What?
Where the burger is, you venom-hating asshole.
Crimson Rose with $5. Oh, hi, Sunset City. I'm on my home, and y'all are great to listen to while heading home from Texas. Well, have a safe trip.
I think
I'm gonna
Crimson Rose is
assume
saying that on their
the word
phone.
On our way
Yeah.
home.
No,
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
phone. On their phone. And we are
While they're
great to
driving.
listen. I think it's phone.
I gotcha.
Ultimate Spider-Man
Yeah,
the
no,
game
we
is good.
appreciate it. Be safe while we rant mindlessly about childhood properties.
It's a little reliant on races, I find, but I still think it's a good game.
What?
Ultimate Spider-Man, a little reliant on races, but I think it's a good game.
Yeah, that was another issue that I kind of had with it. Yeah.
That is not where I expected that.
I also don't like those periods where you just have to kind of wait around for the next mission to emerge. Not fond of that, but
Whose turn
You
is
know what
it?
it did do though? Just like random crimes that would pop up is like in Ultimate Spider-Man, it'd be like the boomerang or somebody like that.
Also, the
Like
graphics.
where did that go? That was great.
The graphics haven't aged a bloody day.
Oh yeah. Art style's great.
Still looks good today. Like,
Yeah.
Also, the music, really good stuff. I think they got the guy that did Invader Zim to do the music on that, and you can kind
I
of tell.
did not mind the music.
I thought,
the
the final boss was cool too, with like Venom attacking the helicopter.
Ours
and-
Jam H with $5.
Burger.
To plumbers, update 3 has leaked into Be Cautious to plumbers. What?
Why don't you
Sonic
plumb
Forces mobile characters being leaked by Hardlight as well. Also marketable Starlight plush. We talked about the plush last week. But yeah, we haven't talked about the leaks, and we won't, just in case anybody doesn't want to be spoiled with any of that
We'll
stuff.
keep the cotton wool in our ears on that one, even though I have seen them, and it's just kind of cool. But like, you guys can go ahead and be safe knowing that I won't be spoiling anything about how Knack the Weasel plays in Sonic Frontiers.
Oh my god.
You know, I still think Spider-Man 2, the game, has the best web-swinging system. It's just so versatile,
I'm
like,
just gonna read all these, I guess.
What
is
I think
I'm
I've
gonna do.
learned to appreciate, though, about the PS4 one is that there's no button
am
that
going to
just
agree.
makes you go fast. You have to dive down in order to get the momentum, and I've learned to appreciate that, you know? Plus the friction,
Crimson
you know?
Rose.
Crimson Rose
with-
sends Burger. I think it's Wayne's turn. Burger.
Okay. Crimson Rose with $2. I got to stop sending you guys money. I mean, we do appreciate your generosity, but
We will not be taking a
did
stance
it.
on that matter. If you would like to continue, it's
my
totally your
God.
prerogative, man. Like, friend, it's totally your prerogative. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. You know, in Spider-Man 3, the game, you can make a little web trapeze as well. But Spider-Man
I'm
3...
over this now too. I'm over it. I'm over this.
You know what? You know. I need real friends that can talk about Spider-Man with me. Okay, I need a new show. We can talk about Spider-Man. Burger. Crimson Rose sends $2.
Jack.
Pup, what's your thoughts on Transformers? Well, it's Pride Month, so I'm sure it's certainly not going to say anything negative. But like, go them, you know.
Oh god, man, come on.
Really, I mean it. Go them. No, I don't really know anything about.
Go them. Channel Pup 2023.
Is that
Transgenders, roll out.
Okay? Well, anyways, I had like 2 Transformers when I was a kid, and I just couldn't figure them out. It was always the big ones, and I could never figure them out.
I
And
can never figure them out.
At
Either.
no point did I ever think this would make a good movie or anything, but I've heard good things about like the animated ones. It's one of those things where I feel like I'm just not gonna like get it myself, so I can't say. But yeah, Transformers, you know, like again, don't know much about it, but I got nothing against it. And as for trans people, I got not a bad thing to say about them, alright? So just leave it.
Hashtag trans rights.
Just
yes.
Yeah, fuck it, trans rights. I don't fucking care. Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I made you guys all very uncomfortable for a minute there, didn't I?
Whose turn is it?
Who could have known what I was going to say?
We just never know what you're gonna say, man.
Gotta keep you on your toes, you know. I don't want to spoil it.
But we don't have toes. You suck them all.
Okay, so
Oz, go on off the show.
I think that's a new shirt waiting to happen. I'm just saying.
Sonic fan,
like, Channel Pup just sucking toes.
Guys, come on, let's not get off topic here. We got super chats to read, you know.
So, all right.
Not get off topic.
all right. Hey, yeah. Oh. We got Sonic fan 1661 with $2. I also like Sonic. What are you doing here, man? This is like the Sonic haters club, you know.
That's the Sonic fan base.
We never like him, you know. Like, I do like Sonic. I just love mediocrity, apparently. So, Nick.
All right. Ozsham H with $2. Thank you. Oh dear, Nick. Haha. I'm a masochist for the Bird app. I think that's in reference to me saying just get off Twitter for a bit.
We all like the Twitter post tweets within a certain character limit.
Watchman.
Right. Okay. All right.
It'll always be funny.
Burger.
All right. Here, yeah, I'm working on logging a couple new ones that just came in. Give me a second.
Burger.
I'm logging new ones.
Thank you guys for your generosity, by the way. All right. Just while people are doing it, I'll just do this next one here while you're doing that, Wayne.
Thank you.
Crimson Rose at $2. Wait, Pup has a pup?
That'll be Nick's dogs. I was that in reference to Nick's dogs going the big Bjork?
What?
Going the big Bjork, you know?
Bjork.
They're Swedish dogs.
Is that how they bark in Sweden?
I don't know. I've never been to Sweden, but
Bjork.
I don't know if they have dogs in Sweden.
No, they're like the elites from Halo. They're
I actually understood that.
Oh my god.
I don't have a pup. I want a pup. I had a pup, but he dead. So my dog's dead. Don't laugh at that.
I didn't. You're the one laughing.
You were gonna laugh. Everyone always laughs whenever I enter the room and go, "My dog's dead." He's laughing. He's not a good man, Nick. We need him out. This new 5th member ain't gonna fly.
I need out. Get me out. I'm hungry. Crimson Rose with $2. Nick, is Sonic Jam worth $300? No, it's not. Nick, agree with me. It's not.
Nick, shut up, Wayne.
It's not.
No,
absolutely not. Unless it's on the game.com.
Even
there's no game worth $300.
Even with the inflated, ridiculous market as it stands now, it's only at like $200. Do not spend $300 on that game.
Do not do that. Absolutely not. Like
emulate it.
Like the retro market right now is disgusting, and the ones that were already bad are way worse. Like Sega Saturn stuff is criminally overpriced right now.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it'd probably be better to buy the digital deluxe of Sonic Origins than that for $300.
I mean, I would agree. I have a lot of love for Sonic Jam. A whole lot of love. And they did a lot of good work on those old games.
With that kind of money, you could buy an NFT, make a donation to Peter, buy Tinder Gold.
Wait, what?
Buy Sonic Origins Digital Deluxe.
Wait, hold on. What was that a couple seconds ago?
What?
No, wait, let's
buy an NFT.
It is
make a donation to Peter.
You can just burn that shit. What?
Make a donation to Peter is what I was saying.
No, don't do that.
I'm not saying do that.
You can
it's a bad investment.
Burn it on a disc. Burn it onto a disc. It's the Saturn. Just burn it onto a disc.
Can we get a remix from someone? Is there any DJs in here that can remix "Burn It on a Disc" from Wayne?
You can do an Etsy store purchase of just recreating the title work too, like the disc art and everything.
Yeah, somebody made like basically a repro, like a playable repro of Snatcher for the CD for like around $50-$60. I would pay that.
I've got a repro of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, like
Nice.
English dubbed and everything, and it looks professional quality.
With $300,
yeah,
you could
It's
buy
usually-
a computer to play an emulator of Sonic Jam.
It's generally good form to have somewhere on it. It'll say like reproduction, just because authenticity and all that. But like, dude, at some point you gotta bite the bullet and just recognize that you're not gonna be collecting all of the neat little things just for the sake of it. It's too much money.
End of the day, it is just stuff printed onto discs and paper.
You were gonna play Sonic
if it
Jam
looks
for 2
just-
hours, and you will never touch it again.
It looks just as good as it did upon release, arguably better if it's fresh and the people know what they're doing. Like, those communities are forming. And at this point, I'm fully in support of that if there's no other means to get that, because Sega's not getting that money.
And it was
Absolutely.
never a good game in the first place. Terrible.
Oh my god.
Did we play the same game, Nick? I played Sonic Jam at yours and it was fucking awful.
But
I am
also-
going to do a video about Sonic Jam,
Dude,
and it's
it
going to
was-
be called the best and the worst of the classic era.
At best, it's just the worst, mate. It's all in black and white and it runs at like a frame a second. It sucks.
That doesn't sound right.
He's talking about the GameCom version.
I hate Sonic.
You should play Myst on the Saturn.
It's
Yeah,
nowhere near as bad as Sonic Jam on the GameCom. I can promise you that
I
already.
think mist is like French for crap. You're like, oh, mist. You know?
Hey, where are we at right now?
Yeah, well, maybe try the one that doesn't have a burger, but it's burger.
Okay. OzJam H with hey, it's okay, I'll do another one.
did it.
OzJam H
Alright.
with $2. I want Eggman and The End in their birthday suit.
Oh, come on, give us the end in the birth. I want some of that end dussy, if you get what I'm saying.
Are you saying you want the End to moon you?
See, that's just shit, all right? This is why I don't want you on the show anymore, all right? Like,
That's wordplay.
this is why you're on warning number 3, okay? Red card, buddy. Burger. Crimson Rose sends $2. Sonic Origins Superstars Mania and Knuckles Plus. Why was right? Okay, right. All right. Why was Sonic Origins Plus not called Sonic Origins and Amy?
I mean, it's cute. Oh, because the Plus thing's been around since the Mega Collection days.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a cute
the
little-
and Knuckles has been around since the and Knuckles days. So
Well, they've also only used that once.
no, they haven't.
Officially.
Well, no, 'cause there was also-
for the name of a game on release.
There was also the
That's
video game Sonic and Knuckles, so that makes 2 games with and Knuckles in the title. So
Dude,
that's-
that's if you want to get technical about it, that's the only physical release that has the words "and Knuckles" on it. Though.
That's what you sound like.
Mm.
That's not what he
Mhm.
sounded like. What are
Burger.
you talking about? You gotta get your hearing checked. You're hearing some really weird shit.
Cute joke. It's a cute joke. All right, Certified Nobody with $1.99. Thank you so much. Pup, you'd love Transformers Prime. Give it a watch.
No. No.
Okay, then.
I might if I get time and I remember.
Prime is one of the
If
better
I
ones,
get
yeah.
Paid a little more as well, you know how it is.
All right, Wayne, your turn.
All right, we got Sonic Fans 1661 with $2.
Burger.
Derailment City, a podcast for the. Is that Toes?
Like Minecraft toes, Wayne.
Toes?
He likes those Minecraft toes, Wayne. You want some more of those Minecraft toes, Wayne?
I'm good.
Do they
I already did.
offend you? Hmm?
I like this new voice.
So Mr. SP sends $5. I wonder what SP stands for. Scooby-Doo. No. Wait, no.
What?
What is
Scooby-Doo.
happening?
Never mind. Okay, so Pup. Oh, I've got to do a Pup voice now. I'm going to make my own Spider-Man podcast with blackjack and hookers. Yeah, it does sound like the kind of thing Pup would say. Hell yeah, you ain't kidding.
Oh my god. All right, Nick.
All right. Mike 1911 with a $1.99. Thank you. I plan on getting an SA Hellion come October.
Sonic Adventure Hellion?
I don't know what that is.
I don't.
Let's
Look
look
it
it
up,
up.
look it
Let's look it up. Let's see. It's an assault rifle. I feel like we're being threatened. We're being told that Mike's getting guns. He's gonna get his revenge for me.
Oh.
Saying what
Mike
I
does
said.
like his guns. Mike does like his guns.
Loves his guns. He loves his guns.
My uncle loves his cars.
He loves his guns. I recently rewatched Smiling Friends to show my roommates.
A great show.
It's so good.
It's good stuff.
Jesus, Pim, don't repeat it.
Guys, with
What?
that, it's time to end the super chats. Super chat cutoff is now. Thank you guys so much for your support on that front. And I think it's about time we wrapped up the show.
No, it's not.
I think
Not
it
without
is.
first a little visit from. He's here. Oh man. Oh, what an unfortunate turn of events, right? Oh wow. Oh, we're in danger now. We'll go on then. Like, what do we say when we end the show again? Well,
So,
Nick, you're working on Tomcat Alley, right?
we played that for 2 seconds. By played that, I mean I got instantly bored and
No, it's
stopped
pretty
playing
bad.
that. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys want to hang out with us, we do this every Friday morning, 9 a.m. my time here on the West Coast. It's going to be noon on the East Coast for Wayne, if I remember correctly. Is that when you start over there? Okay.
Yep.
and even further on the east, in Britain,
then for Pup, in Britain, that is 5 p.m. So
in the land of the jolly old sausage roll, me Jolly Roger, me governor, me fucking cracking day for a pint, innit, you know?
We need a muzzle.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Well,
So,
at least we
be
got
sure-
free healthcare, you know?
So,
I ain't got a tooth in me head. That skeleton there ain't British because he got teeth.
oh my god.
Why you sound like Guru Larry?
I'll tell you why. It's because Guru Larry's British. Like, and all British people sound like this. Go into Greg's and be like,
It
oi,
just
mate.
sounds like something he would say too.
Hello, mate. Can I get a sausage roll and a jam donut, please? Thank you very much, pal.
Hello, you.
Hello, you cheeky sausage. Tuesday, innit? Smashing day for a pint.
All right, gentlemen. Wayne, I'm going to assume that you're still working very hard on Digimon World 2. Is that correct?
Gonna be cracking at it pretty hard next week.
Cracking.
Although today I'm gonna be mostly working on some extra videos for Patreon supporters. So if you're on my Patreon, you will get to see some just kind of fun behind the scenes stuff of like what it's like when I'm putting this stuff together, some of the tech I use and everything like that. If you don't support me on Patreon, it's okay. I'm used to being hungry.
That's real nice, isn't it? Yeah.
So, especially used to
Nice.
being hungry since you're shit talking your own library of work. But since you don't have anything new out right now, is there something from your previous body of work that you'd like to recommend?
I make crap, but if you could give me some money, would be great.
Oh my god. Yeah, what have I worked on? What was like the last major video I did? I hate that everything's been so like spread out at this point. I don't know. Do you guys have a recommendation? What would you
Go
send?
watch his-
somebody
Go watch
to
his
my-
Spider-Man videos.
Arkham.
No.
Go watch his Arkham video. Did not get enough love.
Yeah, actually do that because the Arkham games are sick. And Wayne's video is also quite good, I guess. Yeah.
I will say I will need some like legitimate like reason to actually go back and do the other Arkham videos because like just speaking monetarily and in terms of time, I can't justify it if nobody watches it.
Don't count out his Spider-Man videos, though. They're actually really good. Just for your sake. I know he doesn't want you to do it, but just go ahead and do it anyway, you know.
Pup, what are you working on?
Well, as of 15 minutes ago, my review of Sonic Frontiers Update 2 is now up. So, yeah, that's something you can go check out immediately, now. But also, I've compiled a list of every classic Sonic stage ranked from worst to best, and I'll be working on that as well as some more Spider-Man foibles. You know how it is. I'm going to be doing a retrospective on the Spider-Man TV shows soon, but that's a big undertaking, so it might be a little bit before you see the first chapter, but it is what it is. You know how it is.
Very cool. As for me, I'm going to have 2 videos launching today. In the next few minutes, expect that Super Amy video to be up, and I'm already aware, and I hate this, and I'll talk about it in the Origins Plus video, that calling her Hyper Amy as often as I do there is a bit of a technical oversight, because, yeah, she does technically have 2 forms, but they don't actually say that. And I'm going to have more to actually follow up with when we do Origins Plus, but it is still very...
Fucking fraud.
But
You're a
there is
fraud,
still
Spider-Man.
a lot of important things about letting Amy actually glow along with the boys. So that's what that first video is about. And later on today, we're going to have a new speed rating where we wrap up the Imperial City saga. So we have both of those videos coming out later today. If you want some more Sonic content from your boy,
Where's my damn credit, Nick? Who edited that goddamn Amy video?
you'll get the credit when I drop the video.
Who edited it twice?
Thank you for that, by the way.
It's okay. I noticed you told your patrons about it. It wasn't much of a secret, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
What word of
Not
mouth
really.
spreads fast, Nick? Gotta be careful who you're telling these things. You know how it is, you crazy cat.
Gilly uploaded recently.
You sure did.
I wonder who
And
edited
I'm
that
actually-
one as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I
edited
did
it. I guest starred in it for a segment, but yeah, Gilly put up
And
his
I
South Park
watched it.
video. There you go.
It was nice that Nick edited his own shit for that one.
Yeah,
Gave me a little break. You know how it is.
I kind of figured because it was twice as long as he wanted it to, and he's like telling me at TMG, like, Nick, did you just put that all together because you were desperate to talk about a game outside of Sonic? And I was like, yeah.
I enjoyed editing it too, like, because, like, I was like, oh man, South Park, cool, okay, like, I like South Park.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fuck you, Cam.
You shouldn't swear on someone's acidic McCoy.
Could calm it down a little bit. Just a little bit.
I wasn't even making reference. Look, Nick, here's the thing you're just gonna have to learn to accept, alright, is that I'm very irresponsible.
That we're never going to make money off the show. It's fine. It's
It's-
fine. We do
the
actually have
previous
generous
ones
super
that-
chatters.
Yeah, the ones that I wasn't in are also demonetized, so, I mean, you know, who cares?
I can't wait to eat. Oh my god.
We do thank you for all the support, though, because you guys do let us be a little bit more off leash than we otherwise would be with YouTube's further restrictions. So, it is what it is. But yeah, we'll be back next week with even more talk about Sonic nonsense. But until next time, thanks for stopping by Sunset City.
Also, thank you all for welcoming the new 5th member, Wayne.
Yeah, that's me.
Good stuff. All right. Well, see you next week, folks. Yeah.
I'm Wayne.